Lordy, lordy, lordy. What a shitty shit. Actually, no. What a great day. What an amazing day to be alive, y'all. Okay, we're gonna be happy today. Gonna be great. Great day. Great stream. Just great all around. All around. All around. Oh, shit. Didn't get to reach my programmer. We were supposed to be going over stuff today. Actually, no. Are you available? This dude, man. Of course, he has to go on his little hiatus because he's moving. I don't know, man. We're gonna figure some shit out, bro. You gotta constantly keep pushing. Constantly keep pushing. Because holy fark. Holy fark, bro. I'll tell you. Anyways, this is Disagreement Days today. I was trying to get out my video on Kamala Harris's debate. Well, not debate. On her interview with Fox News, which really wasn't an interview. It was more so a failed hit piece. And then I'm like, okay, let me update fucking DaVinci Resolve. Let me do that shit. Update turns out into a big headache. I don't know why. It's a simple update. All you had to do was click update, download the new one, update it. For some reason, it's like crashing while I'm editing. I'm like, I can't edit shit if it's crashing. That's like crazy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try and reinstall it. Uninstall Resolve and reinstall it. Still, you know, crashy and buggy. I'm like, instead of just reverting back to the freaking, what I was using? I think I was using 18. Instead of reverting back to 18, no. I'd go and decide to uninstall it again. But this time, I use Revo uninstall. Now, anybody knows anything about Revo uninstall? Revo uninstall is like when you want something completely wiped from your system. Like, you don't want any remnants of it. You don't want it to even know that it was ever there. Okay? Ever there. So, I use that. Like an idiot. And what happens is, well, it gets rid of everything. So, I do a fresh reinstall of Resolve. And I haven't tried it out yet, but it seems to be working thus far. But anyone who uses Resolve knows that you have settings, right? So I had color grades. I had color grades for all the videos that I would just simply apply the color grade to. That's gone. All of my bins. I had a master bin for, you know, amazing animation, another bin for the main channel. All those bins are gone. All the freaking the settings, all of it's gone. So I tried going to a system restore, see if it would fix it. Didn't fix it. Going to another system restore before the update. Didn't fix it. So, and then there was a time where the computer wouldn't even start up. And I was like, what's going on here? So that is what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. So I'm probably going to have to redo a color grade pass on the videos again. One video. All right, I feel like I already know what this is. You're on the line. What's the disagreement? Hello? Oh, let me take out my controller. You want to know what I was playing? I was playing oh shit, what happened? We can't hear you. I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Unleashed. That's what I was playing. Oh, you want to know what I also was playing? That I'm going to have to do a review on the animation channel? Oh my god, bro. You're not going to believe it. Oh, the Awakening. Let me see. Why is this doing that, bro? The Awakening is what I was doing. That game is fucking ass. I turned it off. I couldn't even play. Okay, that should be working. That should be working. I turned it off. Couldn't even play it, bro. It was so ass, I had to turn it off. And I was like, maybe, I'm not even gonna lie, I was probably like maybe, what, 15 to 30 minutes in it? I got the powers to, you know, to stealth kill. I got the powers to switch, or I forgot what it's called, when you take over someone's ghost or spirit or whatever. That shit was ass. Who made that? They don't consider that a AAA game, right? Was that an indie game? Was that an indie game, or was that like a AAA studio? I didn't even look into who developed it. Cause I was like, oh my god. Any game that starts off with you fucking walking, immediately end yourself. Like, end yourself. Simple as that. You're on the line. What's the disagreement?
Can you hear me, sir?
Oh god. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm gonna make this quick. Are you familiar with the first Spider-Man movie?
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Raimi?
Is this has to do with?
I'm gonna play a scene right quick. Hold on.
Okay.
You can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
Is that you, sir?
Sir, why would that be me? I'm guessing, is this due to the news of Insomniac?
Spider-Man 2 dropping on PC in January, sir.
15 months out
Jim
from
Ryan
release.
said 2 years. Hold on. Jim Ryan, this is another lie. Jim Ryan said 2 years, sir. You remember back in 2023? You asked me when this was dropping, and I said 2 years. Guess what? Less than 2 years. Sir, I want one or two things from you. Either we go half on the Cash Apps, or you make me a mod in the chat, sir. I'm not coming over here and speaking facts or nothing. This is what I want to happen now. Oh, and guess what? They ain't releasing no DLC.
I'm aware, sir. I'm aware.
See, this is what happened when you nut eat these companies. This is what happens when you too busy being flown out and having your back blown out.
Whoa.
Instead of being on
a critic of Insomniac games. Very much so.
No, you're not. Guess what? You still got that collector's edition statue in your room, sir?
Yes, I do, sir.
I rest my case. Every day you wake up, you got to see that white demon laughing in your face. How do you feel about this? How, sir?
I'm very upset about it. Very upset.
If you very upset, go ahead and sell that PS5. Guess what? You went from.
I'm not gonna throw out the baby with the bathwater. What are you talking about?
Hold on. You went from no games to remakes, ports.
I'm not excited about the remakes.
Hey, guess what? We already got the roadmap. What you planning that year? You picking that PC port up, sir?
I've actually been playing the PC port because it's been due to the leaks. It's been available for quite some time.
I know you punching ass. You cried in the car tonight, didn't you? When you saw that news, you was crying, wasn't you?
No, sir, it was not.
I'm gonna need you. Okay, another thing. Do you have a tab open on your computer, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to pull up a tab and type in Sarah Bond. Oh no, none of these. No, y'all not getting rid of me tonight. I'm talking facts.
Oh, someone super. Sarah Bond.
No. Oh. No, you not. Oh.
I was waiting for that call. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that call. I was like, oh, it's only a matter of time, bro. It's only a matter of time. 816, you're on the line.
It's Curry, bro. I can't believe I'm doing this and picking up the baton for giggles, but like, I even tweeted you out on that, and I gotta know, like, did your rating of Spider-Man 2 Insomniac like change, bro? Like, cause you was bugging with this 7/8 out of 10, bro. This 7/8 out of 10. I need to hear what rating you got for the game now, man.
I still give it a 7.
Now, you still give it a 7, Lucas? You know God can hear you lying, right? You know God know your heart, right?
I think as far as gameplay, do they innovate?
Nick.
Do they do anything crazy? No. But
Okay, so what are you doing
at face
value?
value, hold on. At face value, right? If you didn't know there was a Spider-Man 1, if you didn't know there was a Spider-Man 1 and you picked this up, you would give this a 7.
Wait. Okay, wait. If
We're
I didn't
doing
know there
this
was
in
an
tandem
Insomniac
with it
Spider-Man
being
1,
a
right?
sequel and this being their third game, then no, we'd probably have to give it like a 6 or lower.
No. That's not what I know there's other Spider-Man games, though, right? We just not know Insomniac Spider-Man PS4.
Mm.
No, I still can't give it a 7. There's no races, bro. There's no races.
There's no racist? What?
Yeah, racist. Like, not racist, like KKK. There's no racing in the game.
Oh, there's
like,
no racing. No, I don't. You know what? I don't disagree with you. I think
And you gave it a 7, my nigga?
what it does is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. I mean, honestly, no. With all the bugs and everything,
Lucas, I can hear that.
there was
cake
crazy
clapping,
bugs.
bro.
No, I give it a 6. I give it a 6. You're right. No, this 6. I think 6 is fair. I possibly we go into 5. Is 5? Is 5? You think it's a 5?
Now you talk 5 out of 10 is a lot more fair.
Oof. I
Nigga,
think you know
do
what?
mean, oof?
I could justify that due to the fact of who Insomniac is and what they've shown that they can do.
Thank you. Okay. I'm about to say.
I think that's fair
really
because
about
in every
to-
sequel that we've come across, every sequel blows it out of the park. Batman,
Thank you, bro.
right?
Okay.
Arkham City to Arkham. Arkham. What was the first one? What was it?
It was Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum to Arkham City. Come on now.
The shit.
Spider-Man
shit.
1 to Spider-Man
dope.
2.
Come on,
Insane.
Talk to me, man.
From Insomniac Spider-Man 1, which was pretty basic as is. I think a lot of
But
people,
I
including
thought it
myself,
was good
just
for what
hyped
it
because
was.
it was a Spider-Man game.
Bro,
But
they
from
had
1
us
to
doing
2,
B missions.
yeah, no.
Multiple B missions. Bicycle race. I was racing on the bicycle more than web swinging, bro.
I think I don't disagree. I think a lot of people underestimate that leap that Spider-Man 2 did on the PS2.
Thank you.
Like they like everything we have now in Spider-Man games is from Spider-Man 2. We're still taking down cars the same way that we did in Spider-Man 2.
That's the Lucas I
crazy
know.
to me.
Okay. How about that? Niggas been calling you a Democrat show. To me, you an Insomniac show with this.
Nah.
shit is wicked, bro.
I ain't no Insomniac show. I've been
Lucas.
criticizing Insomniac for a minute.
8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna need you to stick with what you said tonight.
once you take off the, I don't know, the nostalgia and I won't say nostalgia, but as far as the love for the
So you're
character and just view it as what it is, I can see how people can give it a 5 or a 6.
Appreciate you. Okay.
Because
Thank
it's not like,
And
they dealing with a shoestring budget like me. They got
Right.
They had 300 million, and this is what they produced.
Right.
And they rushed
Marvel
it.
backing it, Sony backing it.
Yeah, and they
talking
rushed
about
it. As simple as that.
we
And then
weren't
we
ready.
get no DLC. No
And then they got
DLC.
the nerve to show
The
they funky
PC
ass up
port
to
is
Game
coming out
Awards like they
15
about to win
months
something.
from release. I just I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are
Brian
gonna be buying.
deserve gasoline draws too.
I don't think a lot of people are gonna be buying the third one unless they do something completely out of the park. I mean, you picking up a civilian. I mean, we were doing that back in like fucking Spider-Man 2.
Come on, bro.
So I can't give
With
them
the
credit for
crunchy-ass
things that have
Xbox
already been
controllers.
done. Like if I don't have an issue if you're gonna redo something that's been done before, but you gotta put your spin on it. They didn't put his spin on it. It was just literally pick up a person and give them to the ambulance or something. I'm like, bro.
Now you making sense.
We've been doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a video and do like a real
Thank
realistic
you. Okay.
take on Spider-Man. To be fair, Spider-Man 2. Yeah,
My man. God bless you, man.
fair enough. Yeah, because I think a lot of people trying to blame it on the hacks. That's not how hacks work, bro. That means that if they were working on DLC, if they had DLC, they were working on DLC this entire time. They didn't have any DLC planned. Their main focus is go on Wolverine. That's their main focus. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm just based off of what they can do. I think a lot of people are just dick riding. I'm like, nah, can't do that, bro. Can't do that, bro. What'd you say? Get rid of him, Frederick. Warden says these dumb ninjas gonna get our lineage erased. Imagine where black people never knew they were chained. Just become chained again. The happy is gone. Oh, did y'all see that with Trump? Like they did it. That's why I'm like, I don't know how you can do that, bro. While you I don't know how anybody can work on Fox News. I don't know how anybody can be a reporter or a host at Fox News. I just I get that you get your bag and all that, but I'm like, it's not worth it, man. It's really not fucking worth it. Where is it? Because Trump was like, because they asked, what happened if they want to do revisionist history and teach that slaves built the country and this is stolen land? I'm like, how is that revisionist history? How is that new history? And you had a black person there, a black dude there who was just watching and nodding. And I'm like, we gotta do our Spanish lessons. That's all I'm gonna say. We gotta do our Spanish lessons because this shit is it's gone crazy. You're on the line. What's the disagreement?
Well, last thing you said, I thought was kind of funny. You said revisionist history. You do know there's a major sect of Mormons that believe that the Tigris and the Euphrates in the east, in the Middle East, that's actually the Colorado and the Mississippi in America. They've Americanized all of it, and they all like identify as Christian. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. But I had a separate question. You said like revisionist kind of history, but I mean they're like they own like multiple $1 billion of like real estate and everything. But I did want to get a little more of a better take on your take for the Kamala, or I feel like was ordered from Kamala Harris, the kind of an Obama comment about men who needed to step up and that sort of thing. I do think it was not only a bit of a projection, because not only did the Democratic Party not, they definitely waited to give their sort of actual condolences there. They, he waited as well. This was a very late sort of designation to kind of give to her, and I think that they've kind of used us, black men, as a scapegoat for that reason, knowing that that's the smallest group vote-wise that they would ever like really have to, if anyone like felt some kind of way, ever have to absorb. And I think that was incredibly strategic, and I could kind of see in his body language as he was developing, as he was, delivering the message. I felt like he thought it was wrong. And of course, I will say, with these like nerd ass polls, it's like everyone's not a poli-sci major. No one in America has voted. So you're telling everyone, black people didn't vote, black men didn't vote. No one's voted. Even people who count votes in America, literally, they get in line with you. They tag each other off, and they vote on election day when everyone else votes. Everyone votes on the same day. It's very dramatic. So for them to accuse us of hating women, hating our own women, when no one has even cast a vote, I think that's very wrong. And that's exactly what they did with Hillary in the first run. That was the mistake that they made. They shouldn't have done that. And that's why they lost. It's definitely a good reason why they lost. Because the polling data was fucking wrong. They're basically saying, hey, hey, stay home. Don't worry about, it's going to be a home run. And what happened? Years and years of like devastation, Trump and everything aftermath, because, everyone told everyone that, hey, this is great. Hillary's it's such a knockout of the park. It's like fucking crazy. That's not true. Hillary lost against a fucking black dude named fucking Hussein Obama twice in her own party before she ran. And I think it's like very disrespectful to black men to say that, to insinuate that black men do not like black women. And like, that's what's going on when there's definitely 80% minimum right now. And, polling data later will show. And I definitely feel like the black people will vote for the black person on election day. No fucking shit. And will be overrepresented past the actual initial polls, which are very anemic. And most people do not participate in these nerd ass polls. This is not actual data. I don't think this is fair. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's actual. And I think that that's why they chose us because we're literally safe in order to do so without any sort of, reconcile. I really do feel that way. I know you have a lot of people that do say incredibly goofy, doofus ass, insane, like Easter Island head horseshit things to women about black women. It does surprise me, but that is nowhere near close to what most black people are doing. What do you think about that?
I think it hit dog collars. I think the only people who got offended by Obama's comments were those that he was talking to. Because I didn't get offended by Obama's comments. Because I understand he wasn't talking. Hold on, he wasn't talking about all black men. He was talking about a specific group of black men. These black MAGA, we'll call them. That's what you're saying. What he was talking to.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but the aftermath, that is going to get clipped, and every single person, it's like, what's the Daily Show going to put on? And then they put on that, and they put a white woman on, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman with her, little comedian friend, and she puts on a black voice and like starts blacking it up. And then the black dude, he starts talking, and like he doesn't even put a white voice on, by the way, and starts saying all this goofy fucking bullshit. And it's really great. It's just like so crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about. What goofy,
all of these votes are
shit. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is the Daily Show. And then there's like woo, like screaming crowds of people live. And not only that, you can see it in the comments as well. I think it's a really unfair portrayal of black men didn't vote. No one voted in the country. You know how unfair that is? No one voted.
You're doing is generalizing.
You're talking about black people.
No.
Hold
on. We're not talking about.
It's a general election with people in America.
Hold on. We're not talking about black men. Like I said, it hit dog collars. If I say,
how are we not talking about black men when he literally was lecturing black men?
If I'm talking about, hey, pedophiles are pieces of shit and they should burn to hell, and you say, hey, you shouldn't say that about pedophiles. Okay, that's not very nice.
I didn't say that. I said you didn't. The
argument I'm making is that it hit dog collars.
The poll is the vote.
The argument I'm making is that it hit dog collars. The only people he's talking about.
I'm saying you can't count the haulers. You can't count the haulers because there's no count even yet.
Hold on.
No one in America has even
Obama,
voted.
If you listen to his statements,
no one has voted.
You're being very
These
emotional.
are polls that have.
You're being very emotional.
These are polls.
This is a problem. You're being very emotional, like a woman.
There are polls. So polls.
Hold on.
Votes,
I gave you an ample amount of time.
That's correct.
Let me tell you what you're saying.
Correct.
So nobody's talking about
polls aren't votes. Please make that argument.
Nobody is talking about the polls. Nobody's talking about anyone who's voting. What Obama was referring to.
What else can you talk about at this point?
What Obama was referring to.
Before election day.
Instead of me losing my temper, right?
Go ahead.
Because as an alpha, I'm not going to lose my temper to some beta some beta fucking nonsense. So what I'm gonna do?
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
mute
talk.
you.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're not sorry because you're a goddamn fucking moron who has no fucking control of his goddamn mouth, right? That's the problem. So there's usually one or two ways to handle some stupid fuck such as yourself in person. It would either be to smack the dog shit out of you or walk away. So I'm gonna do the virtual version of me walking away, which is I'm gonna mute you so that I don't get upset like when I'm trying to go back and forth with you. What happened was Obama didn't say anything about voting. Why? Because obviously nobody's voted yet. At the time that he was talking, Obama didn't say anything as far as about the polls. Why? Because we know polls, depending on which polls you look at, it can go either way. What he was talking about, as far as the outreach that he had seen, as far as the community coming out for Kamala versus them coming out for him. That's what he was referring to. Now, I don't know what to tell you. A hit dog hollers. He was talking about how black men, those specific black men, not all black men, because this wouldn't make any sense, right? Applying to black men who are already voting for Kamala Harris, this wouldn't apply to them. This would apply to the fucking idiots, the FBAs, the fucking ADOS, whatever they call themselves. It would apply to the black MAGA of the community. Those individuals who are talking about, well, I'm going to vote for Trump, okay? Kamala Harris ain't Indian. That's a trick bag, family. It would apply to those idiots. Because he's telling you, as he said in his speech, where he was like, yo, why would you vote for someone who's against you? Who's against you, who's mocked you, who's ridiculed you, hasn't even apologized for Central Park 5, who's gone out of his way to degrade and demean you every step of the way. Why would it doesn't make any sense? That's who he was addressing. Now, if you're voting for, I don't know, Jill Stein or Trump or whatever, then yes, you should feel some type of way because he's talking to you. He's not talking about all black men because we all know majority of black men do vote Democrat. Majority of black men are going to vote for Kamala Harris. That's what's going to happen. Now, what we need to understand is the difference between these registered voters and these non-registered voters, which is comprised of the majority of these YouTubians, right? Half of them don't show their faces, and the other rest are just giving out bullshit. And a lot of that stems from, as far as a lack of basic civics, because a lot of these black men who are talking this way don't understand basic civics. They don't know how Congress is run. They don't know the difference between a House and a senator. They don't know the difference between as far as a federal and state. They don't know anything. Thankfully, all I can say is that they're not registered to vote because they're fucking idiots. And usually that idiocy overlaps in other areas of their life. Hence why the community is in such disarray as it is. Because black men, those unfortunately, who are the vocal ones, are fucking idiots. Unfortunately. And so all the other sheep listen to the fucking idiots. So that's who he is talking about. So I don't know why you're screaming and crying about what Obama said when none of what you're saying applied to what he said. You're off of mute.
Okay, so you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I know you're anticipating that I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna scream all over you and all this other stuff. I just thought it was like completely insane, just because you have a very particular sort of purview here with the people that you interact with, and I think that's definitely affecting, your worldview here. And I think you have to really take that into context. The people who are offended, I mean, this is like Roland Martin. Like, do you think he's like one of these crazy guys who are, saying all of this like goofy stuff? It really just
stuff has
isn't
Roland Martin said?
True. No, I mean you're like, as if you're a kind of. It seems like you're kind of equating these people to who calls in and screams. I was yelling initially because I feel like I was not being heard, but like, listen, man,
I was
I
hearing
barely
you, and I was
disagree
refuting
with
what you were saying because it wasn't applicable in this scenario.
Oh, I'll definitely say it's definitely applicable. I'm definitely
it's
voting
not because
for
Obama didn't
I
say
felt
that.
I was very offended because of the additional sort of things that are definitely insinuated that they ordered him to say. This is very unfair.
What does this
He
have to
did
do
not-
with anything?
he-
I don't understand, because nobody's blaming all black men. So I don't understand the issue.
He's just blaming some sort of black men. So, like, that's what
I
people
explained
do.
to you.
They
Now,
just,
here's
they,
the
they,
thing. I
they just have
literally
a
just
proportion of
explained
black
to you.
men.
I explained to you who he was addressing.
What did you explain?
Were you listening to what I was saying?
Okay, so like he did not put a percentage on any of.
So
he did
hold on.
not
Just so
any
we
of his
can
statements.
understand we're communicating properly. Can you relate
You
back
understand
to
how
me?
that's unfair?
Can you relate
You
back
understand
to
how that's unfair?
I understand. Can you relate back to me what I said?
So if you understand how that's unfair,
Hold
I'm
on.
talking
Can
about
you
what
relate
Obama
back before
said.
we continue? We need to
You
understand.
and I aren't Obama.
Okay, so what
So
we're gonna
that's
do?
what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna mute you. You're on mute. Can you relate back to me what I said? Right? Because I spent at least maybe a few minutes explaining to you what Obama, who he was talking to, and what he meant. So can you explain to me what I said?
You made a bunch of great points.
Can you explain to me? All I
and I
need you to
do
do.
not.
Can you explain to me what I said?
I'm explaining it now.
Okay.
I do not mean to denigrate anything you said. You have a lot of good points that have a lot of things to do with the problems
So
in
what
every
did I
single
say that
community
Obama?
against women.
Who was based off of what I said? Who was Obama talking to?
Obama was talking to black men that he felt, or what the polls actually showed, and I want to go back to that.
Hold
as a poll
on.
point,
Who, based
I
off
don't
of what
feel
I
like it's
said, it's a
representative.
simple question. I need you to answer this simple question. Based off of what I said, who was
And-
Obama
well,
talking to?
Based off of like what you said,
Yes. Who was Obama talking to?
I believe that Obama was talking to black men in general. Is that
Okay, so
correct?
so
And he was,
so we have
and
a
he was
failure.
making a
So we have a
specific point
failure
to
to
black men
communicate,
who
and that's
did
okay.
not, who were not.
So we're gonna put you on mute. We have a failure to communicate because I explained to you who Obama was talking about, and even after my explanation, you then give an incorrect answer. I said based off of what I said, who was Obama talking to you? You then repeat your NPC talking point. So that lets me know that you're not trying to have a dialogue. You're not trying to have a discourse. You're just trying to get out your feelings. You just want to present your feelings, right? And present them. That's it. I am not a therapist. I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. I'm not here to just embrace your feelings. Okay? If you want to have a disagreement, we have to have a disagreement. If you want to have feelings, then I suggest you go find a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever the fuck you want. Go talk to a wall. I
Person
appreciate
voted,
your call.
and it's not
You
fair.
take care, my guy.
Black people.
I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for that. These overly sensitive ass Negroes, and then they want to be upset. Sir, you are in your feelings. You in your feelings over something the man didn't even say. You in your feelings over something the man didn't even say. How am I supposed to do something with that? What am I going to do with that? That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You crazy. You're crazy. I don't know what to tell you. You're crazy. So I'm like, there's nothing more to say. Obama hit dog collars. He wasn't talking to you. Well, he was talking about all black men. He very clear he wasn't talking about all black men. 816, you're on the line. What's the disagreement?
My disagreement is this blind support of the Democrat Party and Kamala Harris.
What blind support of Kamala Harris do you believe is present?
Well, when it comes to the support of the Democrat Party, when it comes to a lot of your supporters and a lot of
Let's tackle Kamala Harris first, and then we'll go over the Democrat Party. What blind support of Kamala Harris do you believe is present?
Okay, well, when it comes to Kamala Harris is, I believe she's her and along with the Democrat Party, but like you said, we'll focus on her, right? She is running around masquerading as a black
We're
woman.
not talking about
which
Kamala
that-
Harris. Hold on. Your premise was there was blind support of Kamala Harris. That has nothing to do with Kamala Harris. So
Well, yes,
what
it
blind
does.
support are you referring to?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm referring when I'm talking about what she's identifying as, that plays into it because it shows her how she's trying to finesse
Her
ignorant black people
finessing
to
has
vote for
nothing
her
to do
by
with
claiming.
blind support. Do you understand? Finesse is to deceive someone, right? If someone has blind
Yeah,
support,
exactly.
hold on. If
And
someone
she's
has, hold on,
deceiving.
listen to what you're saying. If someone has blind support, you don't need to finesse them. They're going to support you regardless. It's tantamount to the support for Trump. So I'm asking you, what is this blind support that you believe is present about Kamala Harris? Because I've seen more pushback by many outspoken black men over Kamala Harris than I have seen from Trump. So where is this blind support coming from? What are you referring to?
When I'm saying blind support, I'm talking about all of the black people who are supporting Kamala Harris off of the premise that she's going to do anything good for the black community and she's going to be better for the country than Trump. That's what I mean by blind
So then we have a fundamental misunderstanding of what blind support actually means. That's not blind support. That is voting for someone you believe is going to fulfill their promises. That is what you're supposed to do as a citizen. Blind support would be, as far as what we see with Trump, which is no matter what he says and does, I'm still going to vote for him. So in fact, by your own words, there isn't blind support for Kamala Harris.
Okay, well, what are you saying that is blind support when it comes to Trump? How is anyone supporting Trump blind support when it comes to black people?
I just explained to you, no matter Trump. What he says or does, there are those who will support him. That is blind support.
Okay, well, you saying no matter what he says or does, we haven't really, I mean, if he says anything that's crazy for someone not to support him, he hasn't done anything that I think would warrant anyone not supporting him as opposed to Kamala Harris.
Sir, are you in favor of people who have been convicted of rape? Do you support rapists?
Do I support rapists? No.
You don't support rapists. So do you think that someone who has raped a woman has been convicted of raping a woman? Do you think that would disqualify them for garnering your support?
Okay, see, I know what you're trying to do here. See, you're trying to say he's convicted. This is just, honestly, you're going to him being convicted of rape. Is okay. See.
Do you hear that right now?
Okay.
That's cognitive dissonance, right? You said one thing, but now you're trying to face the fact that the reality of what you said isn't true. So what you're trying to do is trying to come up with an answer that is palatable to your hypocrisy. That's what you're trying to do. That's why you're stuttering.
No, because see, here's the thing. I'm not one of those individuals that is just 100% just like riding Trump or anything. I'm looking more.
Hold on. You said he hadn't done anything that you don't see would not, as far as remove support. I asked you if you were in favor of rapists. You said no. I'm asking you then, wouldn't him being convicted of rape preclude you from giving him support? And then you gave me a mush mouth, well, I see what you're trying to do, Error 404? What's happening?
Well, no. Well, okay, because you're saying that he got convicted of that. I don't. Like I said, I don't support anyone engaged in that activity.
So would him being a convicted rapist preclude you from supporting him? Would that, as far as cross your line for support?
I would have to look more into that case, but I mean, he got convicted.
That right there, that's blind support, my guy. That's blind support.
That's not.
You take care. Yeah, you're a goofball. Take care, Goofy. Are you not entertained, y'all? Are you not entertained? These Sambos are something else. These Sambos are something else. This is crazy. Well, they're blind support. Stop listening to these goofies who don't know anything, all right? my fellow goofy black men. I won't say fellow.
Welcome to
But
the Amazing Army.
my insubordinate or my inferior goofy black men. Stop listening to goofy rhetoric. 313. What's the disagreement?
Wait, you said that he was convicted of rape?
Yes.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. That's why he had to pay over $1 million.
It's misinformation.
It's not a misinformation. Go look it up. Look up what the judge
He was never
said.
convicted of rape, man. You're
Yes,
lying.
he was,
You're
bro.
lying.
Yes, he
You're
was.
lying, bro. Everybody knows that. Why he ain't? He was never convicted of rape.
Yes, he was. Why do you think he
That's
had
all I
to pay
gotta
as far
say,
as 1 point?
You're
I
lying.
believe the fine was 1.3.
You're
if I'm
lying,
not
bro.
mistaken.
You're a Sambo, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Sir, you're a coon.
Welcome
This
to
nigga's
the
a
Amazing
coon.
Army.
What are you talking about? These Negroes, oh my God, these coon Negroes is sad. These coon Negroes are sad. Man, he wasn't convicted, man. He wasn't convicted. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. You Negroes is so used to tap dancing. This is wild, bro. This is wild. Hold on, we can pull it up. We can pull it up, bro. These Negroes, ooh, these are sad Negroes, bro. I don't lie about shit because I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie about anything. 216. What's the disagreement?
I had to share something with you real quick, and I want to see if you had any thoughts about this. Now, what if the smart niggas are the minority?
Oh, then we're screwed. Then pack up your bags and focus on yourself.
For fuck's sakes. Oh, my God. Because I'm starting to get... I'm trying to stay in the positive. But it's dumb nigga after dumb nigga. And I'm thinking it's starting to become a pandemic. Because that it was literally call after call. Literally. Dumb nigga after dumb nigga. Back to back. And I'm starting to lose faith.
Yeah.
And for fuck's sakes, can we get a coon hunter? Yeah. All right, Lucas. Fuck.
All right. Very much so. Now, not in a criminal court, but civilly, yes. Jury found him to be guilty of rape. The allegations held against him, they found him guilty, hence why he had to pay. What are we talking about? How do I send you video links in the chat? You can't send me video links in the chat. You have to email them or DM me on Twitter. Now, what a Negro's gonna say? That's why he had to pay her. He was found to be guilty, bruh. What are you talking about? 346.
Hey, Lucas. You hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So I got to correct you, right? Donald Trump was not convicted of a crime. He was found civically, civically liable for her.
Yes, for sexual abuse, for rape.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, I don't know the particulars now. I'm not going to go that far and say I know the particulars of the case, but I do know being criminally convicted of a case.
I didn't say criminally convicted.
Yeah, but you said convicted. When you say convicted.
Yeah, convicted. 100% convicted in civil court.
No, that's why I got to correct you. That's why I say you got to change the verbiage.
I got to change shit. Wrong. Take care, my guy. I ain't got to change shit, my G. You go to court, you go to civil court, and they say, hey, we found out, based on the allegations, what we've seen, yeah, you did this shit. Nigga, you guilty. You had to pay a fine because they found you guilty. Stop it. Nobody's saying it's criminal court. Why are we... Oh, we got simps. Here's what we're going to do. All the simps who want as far as simp for a rapist, you go ahead. For all those who want to simp for a fucking rapist, you go right ahead, bro. I don't want to hear this shit, bro. I don't want to hear this shit. Let's see your black ass make it out of being as far as found guilty over fucking rape. Judge said, just to clarify, yes, this man was found to have raped this woman. What are we talking about? Now these niggas want to say, well, your verbiage is not really, it's not, you have to understand, he wasn't criminally convicted. I didn't say anything about criminally convicted. I said they saw the evidence. They found him to be guilty, hence why he had to pay. What are we talking about? Now, if y'all want to defend that, go ahead. But here's the thing. This is the least of my worries because there's so much else against Trump. But these goofy fucking, this group of black men, these group of Sambos just want to fucking, dear daddy, dear white man, save me. White man, save me. 313. What's the disagreement?
So you see what you got on your screen, right? You see that does not say judge found him guilty of rape. You see that?
Sir, it says judge clarifies, yes, Trump was found to have raped Jean.
Yes, you
Wait, hold on.
He was not convicted of rape, man.
Sir, he was found to have raped this woman.
He was not convicted of rape.
He was found to have raped this woman.
You retarded, man. You are a
Hold on. Oh my God. This nigga, you're a rapist, huh? I can tell.
You call it other people.
313 is a rapist, y'all. Don't, ladies, don't go anywhere near this nigga. Don't go anywhere near this Negro. Don't go anywhere near this Negro. He's a rapist, y'all. He's a rapist. He'll rape you. 313 is a rapist. That's what I believe. That's my belief based off of his defense over someone who's found to have raped somebody. 313 is a rapist. 816. What's the disagreement?
Look, I am so disappointed. A nigga, this is Curry, by the way. I'm so disappointed. Not only a nigga from where Trayvon at, but a nigga from where I'm at is defending a rapist. I thought at least in the hood, like it was one rule, like people who do shit like that, like, is not respected. Like, this is insane, bro. They came in for a white man with the utmost of the weed. The coonship is deep.
Coonship is activated. Is
we can't
blaring.
Say niggas like this, bro. They got the Superman cape on tight. They hanging by the Superman cape. This, honestly, like, if I was y'all, I'd give up on him. I wouldn't help. Nah, bro. We doomed for real. We well done. That's it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Appreciate it. And also, if it's your birthday, Curry, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I find it very interesting, all these black men who are talking about, he wasn't convicted, though. He wasn't. Sir, what are we talking about? 682. What's the disagreement?
All right, so I got to be that guy with the whole convicted thing. I'm not caping for Trump, just full disclaimer. But
I don't want to hear it. Thank you. I don't want to hear it. Thank you. I don't want to hear it. These black men are really coming out the woodwork to try and say, he's not right, bro. He's not right. This is really terrifying, honestly. This is honestly terrifying to hear how many black men are coming out the woodworks. 216. What's the disagreement?
Yeah, the disagreement, brother. Do you remember that? This is Warden. You remember that in the Matrix, there was the girl was about to get plugged out of the Matrix, and then she said, "Not like
this." Yeah.
Like this. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm literally these niggas make me want to cry. I don't cry, but I'm starting to feel like I gotta cry. Not like this, Lucas. Not like this. All right, brother.
All right. Yeah, these men, I'm just like, this is crazy. They really like, well, you weren't convicted, though. Okay. All right. You're right. He wasn't criminally convicted. He was just civilly found guilty, essentially, of rape. That's all. That's all. He was found guilty of fucking sexual abuse and defamation. But it wasn't criminal. He was found guilty of sexual abuse, and defamation. 650. What's the disagreement? This is crazy. All these black men. I did not know. Are there that many rapists amongst these coons? So you tell me it's the coons who are raping women? Damn, that's crazy. That's wild, bro. It's the Sambos who are the ones that are raping women in our communities? Bruh. That's insane. That's insane. That's truly a travesty. 650, you're on the line. What do you keep calling 650 if you're not going to answer? That is extremely disappointing. Order 66 has been activated. I would love to see you go back-to-back debating Anton Daniels in one that comes to mind. 816, what's the disagreement?
Okay, I know someone just called in from my same area saying I'm defending a rapist. I'm not defending a rapist. I don't want that message to be out there. I'm not defending no rapist. We don't do that in this area. We don't do that in this area. I just really want to know what do y'all think's gonna happen when we keep these Democrats in, bringing in all these immigrants? What do y'all think is gonna happen?
What do you mean? What's gonna happen? I'm not worried about an immigrant.
So you're not worried about all these immigrants that are gonna be first mostly flooding the black community and causing all types of havoc. You don't see a problem with that.
As far as what? They already have Negroes in the black community who are causing havoc. As far as the community, what is the community? The community is gentrified. What are you talking about? It's not the immigrants who did that. It's white people who bought up as far as the community and then raised up the rent and got the black people out of there. What do you mean?
Lucas, I don't think you're going to say they're bringing in all these immigrants are coming in.
Sir, the immigrants aren't the problem of black Americans. We've had problems way before immigrants. So I don't know what the issue is. Regardless, both Trump and Kamala are for immigrants.
No, they're not.
Yes, he is. Hold on. Don't tell me that because I have it on tape. I can pull you a video of Trump in 2024 talking about he wants to bring in more migrants because of AI.
Okay, yeah, but
what? What do you mean? Okay, yeah,
no,
what? So then yes, hold on. So then yes, they're both in favor of immigrants.
No, they're not. There's a difference between illegal
Sir,
and legal.
Hold on. How's there a difference between illegal and legal immigrants when it comes to black people? Huh? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be competing regardless. How's there a difference? You tell me what's the difference. You tell me how an influx of legal migrants is not harmful as opposed to an influx of illegal immigrants.
No, when you have a legal immigrant coming in, they have to go through a process, and that process.
I understand. What does that have to do with your black community?
Well, it has a lot to do. There's not going to be millions upon millions of immigrants coming in.
What do you mean? Yes, there is. There's already millions of immigrants legally coming in.
Yeah, because they're illegal.
No, they're not. Do you understand? Hold on. Do you know what the number is that America allows in per year for legal immigration?
No, I don't.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You talk it out your ass.
No,
Why don't you go look it up? It's millions, my G.
Yeah,
what are you talking
about? There's lots of legal immigrants
so then
coming
how
in,
does
but
this
the
impact?
illegals.
So how does the legal immigrant? What stops them from going into the black neighborhoods?
I'm talking about the illegals because there's way more.
Hold on, no, we have to create. You said there's a difference,
in.
so I'm asking you because you're saying, hey, it's illegals who are coming into the black neighborhoods. So what stops the legal immigrant going into the black neighborhoods?
Well, when it comes to the legal immigrants, for the most part, the legal immigrants are going to have more of the means to go to areas that really aren't going to be in some of the black communities that aren't really.
Sir, what? You just talking out your ass.
Condition.
There is no data to suggest that whatsoever. No, it's not. You're absolutely incorrect. There's nothing stopping them from going to these black neighborhoods and buying up the property.
Because
what are you talking about,
immigrants
bro?
that are coming in, the illegal immigrants that are coming in.
Do you understand a legal immigrant who's here as a refugee? That's a legal immigrant.
No.
You have no idea what
Lucas,
you're
I'm not
talking
talking
about.
about. I'm not talking about.
You don't.
I'm not
You don't know what
talking
you're
about.
talking about.
I'm talking about the illegal immigrants that are coming in. That
Take care, buddy. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. None. These mofos got these mofos thinking about fucking illegal immigrants. Listen, let me just tell you something. Black people, the least of your worries is immigrants. Just so we're clear. 951. What's the disagreement?
Yeah, my disagreement is you having these low IQ idiots on the fucking phone. Don't know shit about fucking immigration, how it works. Don't know shit about fucking how to pass the fucking bill. Shit's fucking stupid. And fucking obviously these idiots are fucking from broken homes that are calling in and talking about Kamala Harris. What the fuck are they talking about? It's crazy to me. What, they mad because she's a woman? That's the only thing I can see. Because that's crazy, bro. Fucking talking about fucking, oh, she ain't for reparations. Trump is not for reparations. He don't give a fuck about the black community.
Yeah, I don't even know what we even talking about at this point.
Oh, like these guys is fucking retarded, dog. They're just fucking. They hate themselves. I think they talk about FBA and all this other bullshit, but they hate themselves because how the fuck you going to vote for against your interests? That doesn't make no fucking sense. He got fucking white supremacists, fucking white fucking supremacist Jews on his fucking in his fucking inner circle and shit. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna land my plan there. These niggas are idiots.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Because what you have to understand is that we already have people here. We already have immigrants here. Illegal and legal. 346. What's the disagreement?
Well, okay, so my disagreement is not about Trump. It's about the illegal immigration and the understanding that you have for it, right?
Mm.
You said that Trump is for migrants, which he is. He is for legal immigration, right? And so you asked the person in the previous call, not the previous one before this, how many immigrants does America allow in per year? Well, that number is 675,000.
Hold on, that's for permanent immigrant visas.
Those are for immigration. It's only 400 for
that's for permanent status.
I understand what you're saying. The number breaks down into different qualities. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that's for permanent status. It's not the same thing as far as HB1 visas that come over here temporarily and then these people stay over.
But I'll give you the numbers right now. Give me 1 second. I'll give you the numbers because I actually have it. I actually have this because I was talking about this with somebody else. Right. When it comes to the United States allows up to 675 immigrants for permanent visas. Right.
Yes.
It says for family reunification visas, it's 480,000. Employment visas, it's 140,000. Diversity visas is only 55,000. Right, so they only allow up to 700,000 visas a year. Right, just this past year, 2023, the Biden and Harris administration, they allowed up to 13 million illegal immigrants to come into the country.
Okay.
So my question to you and my disagreement to you is, where is the disconnect that you don't kind of like understand with why this is a threat to not just Black America?
It's not a threat to Black America. The only reason it'll be a threat to Black America is Black America wants to be lazy fucks, which is what we've been for the last 60 years.
How are we lazy fucks?
Where are we right now? Where's the wealth gap? We haven't gotten reparations. We haven't fought for anything as far as any legislation. We haven't done anything. What niggas have been doing, what black men have been doing, have been complaining for the last 60 years.
About what? That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a great question. About what? About what?
Okay, so...
You want to be lazy and then complain about a party that you say is not doing anything for you. That's on you. That's not on the party. That's on you.
So you're talking about Black people not lobbying. That's what you're talking about.
Black people being lazy. That's what I'm talking about. Being politically lazy. The moment in time you know more about The Wire and you know more about the BET Awards and Kendrick Lamar and Drake, more than what's going on in Congress, what's the next bill, who's your senator, when's the next re-election, when are the primaries, when the midterms, then yes, you being politically lazy and you're getting fucked. So when it comes to illegal immigrants, legal immigrant ain't got nothing to do with me. I have no competition when it comes to illegal immigrants.
Yes, you don't
the only issue that illegal immigrants would face would be low-skilled workers. Now, if you've been in this country for all this time and you're still considered a low-skilled worker, nigga, that's on you. If niggas want to be low-skilled workers after 60 years, that's on you. If you don't want to, as far as even utilize your low-skilled work to take control of an industry, gardening is a low-skilled work. You don't have to get a GED or a fucking bachelor's to become a gardener, and yet they've allowed Latinos to come over here and take over that industry, take over that market. That got nothing to do with the legals. That got nothing to do with legals. That's got to do with the laziness of black people and the pride. So, like I said, illegal immigrants coming over here has nothing to do with black people. Legal immigrants come over here has nothing to do with black people. If black people want to be fucking lazy, then they will get fucked by a group of people who are coming over here who aren't playing. They ain't coming over here to be friends. They coming over here to make motherfucking money.
I just want to ask you this question, right? This is my rebuttal to that question. Give me an understanding of what low skill. I gotta figure what it means. But
I just gave you an example of what low skilled work is. Did I not?
You gave me horticulture. You gave me horticulture. You know what I'm saying?
I gave you what?
Horticulture. You gave me horticulture. That's what that is.
What do you mean horticulture?
Landscaping. The whole thing of it is called horticulture. That's the whole.
Okay, well, whatever you like to call it, that's what that is.
Okay, I'm asking you. So you said that field right there has been, we allow that to happen,
yes.
Right? Let me ask you this question: does not the cost of living apply to that job?
What about the cost of living apply to that job?
So most people cutting grass is making like $13, $14 an hour.
I don't know how much they're making, but they have businesses, and I see them every day.
Hold on. Let's go to ZipRecruiter and look up what landscapers make in California, and ask yourself. Not to me. You ain't got to do it right now, but then you could ask yourself: could somebody actually survive off that wage?
Yes, absolutely. Depending on the amount of work, 100%.
The amount of work. The
amount of work that they're doing. It also depends as far as who's the owner. Many of these people started off as landscapers, whatnot, and now they have owners. Now, as far as they're charging their own fees. Now they have a business of other low-skilled workers that they got from their immigrants or their family, whatever. They bring them in and they put them into business. It's the same thing that's going on in downtown LA. They have systems in place to benefit themselves.
I get what you're saying, Brody, but we're flipping that into owner. Let's look at the employee.
Owner or employee, yes, you'll be able to suffice.
I know, I just want to get the employee.
Either or, you'll be able to suffice.
So you think, Lucas, you doing landscaping, you could survive as an employee in California?
100%. What? Absolutely.
Just doing landscaping?
Absolutely.
No, you're not your own business.
Yes, bro. Yes. Are you joking me? Sir, I don't know how much you think it is in some of these more affluent neighborhoods, but you clearly don't know what you're talking about. They making bank. You clearly don't know what you're talking about.
Employee. No, not the employee.
I know the employees. Yes, sir. They making monies.
Ooh, no, I don't think so.
Regardless, what does that have to do with black people?
I don't want to get sidetracked, right? So, what Trump and a lot of people who are in favor of the Trump
Sir, what does this have to do with black people? You brought up the migrants.
I'm getting to that point. You gotta let me cook. I'm getting to that point. So, people who support Trump and who support his policies, they want to get America back to the point where Americans are first when they come to jobs.
Sir,
like
that's
that.
not going to. That's not what he's saying. Have you drank the Kool-Aid? He said he wants more migrants over here because of AI. That's what he said. He wants more immigrants over here.
So I can't hold Kamala Harris to things that she said in 2014.
I'm not talking about 2014. He said this in 2024. He most recently said it not too long ago at an interview.
He's talking about the automation on the port.
No, he didn't say anything about that. That's not what he said. He said he wants more immigrants over here. That's what he said. He said that during the Fox News interview. Hold on. He said that during the Fox News interview that he wants more over here.
Legal immigrants.
Yes. What do you think? Who do you think you're going to be competing with? Legal immigrants.
Big difference. Whoa, Lucas. I know you. Bro, you're way smarter than that. It's a big difference from 13 million compared to 700,000. That number's not even comparable, bro.
What is the point that you're making? What does that have to do with anything?
Lucas, I agree with you that Trump is in.
Sir, what does that have to do with anything? Do you understand there are already millions already here presently?
Because listen, let me stop. Because we had an administration
So I
who
don't
did
care
away
about the administration. What does that have to do with black people? You
So
the one
why-
that hold on.
So
Your
hold on,
premise
wait.
was
So
this
why
was
are black
harmful.
men dumb?
This was harmful to black people. How?
Listen, I just explained that to you.
You
I
didn't
just
explain
explained
it to me.
I literally just told you that you have 13 million people that come
Sir,
in here. and
what
they
does
take
that
job
have to
opportunities
do
from
with
America.
black people?
I just told you. Listen, stop trying to argue and
Sir,
listen.
I'm not arguing. You said you're having 30 million people come over here. That's not an argument.
You didn't hear my sentence after that. I
Oh, yeah.
said they come over here and they take job opportunities, not from just black Americans, but Americans
Nigga,
in
then
general.
stop being lazy. I don't know what to tell you. Then compete. What are you talking about?
How are we being
What are you
lazy?
talking about?
People
What do you
don't
mean?
know
Hold
what-
on, nigga. Hold on. Stop it. How many senators are there in Congress?
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
Bye,
I
nigga.
know-
That's
I know
why.
how many
That's
senators-
why.
I know who my
Lazy.
senators is.
Lazy. You just proved my point. Lazy.
I
Lazy.
don't care about West
Lazy.
Virginia.
I know you don't
I
care.
about
I
West
know you
Virginia.
don't care. That's
I
the
know who my
problem
state
because you
representative
lazy,
is.
nigga. That's the problem.
I know
Guess
who my
what?
state repre-
Guess what? They
How?
are. They coming over here and they don't give a fuck. They'll
I
undercut
know
you
who
to
my
get that
state
job. So,
representative
nigga,
is.
as long as
I
you
know
want to
who
be
my
lazy,
governor is.
as
I know
long
who
as you
my
want to be
mayor is.
ignorant about the government, then yeah, you're gonna lose. As simple as that, fam. Take care. Bye, lazy nigga. I don't want to talk to lazy niggas. Get the fuck off. Stop calling me lazy niggas. I'm tired of this shit. You want to be upset that a group of people come over here and you saying, well, they're going to take jobs from me. How the fuck are they going to take jobs from you, fam? Huh? How the fuck are they going to take a job from you, fam? Make it make sense. Huh? How are they going to take a job? You tell me. You tell me. These niggas want to be lazy this entire time. They want to argue, be lazy for the last 60 years. Isn't that what these mofos say? Well, the Democrat ain't good enough for over 60 years. Then you lazy then. If that's genuinely what you believe, then you lazy. How the fuck you gonna lose your job to a fucking illegal? Make that make sense. Huh? Make it make sense. Why are we acting like it's these illegals who are the ones who are gentrifying the neighborhoods? This gentrification was happening way before any legal or illegal immigration. What are we talking about? You niggas sound dumb. 716. What's the disagreement?
All right, so mine is you talking about illegals don't affect us, right? That's what you're saying. I can look at.
I don't say that they don't affect us, but that's the least of our worries. They have nothing to do with this. As far as an illegal infecting us, that means we're already screwed.
Well, bro, check this out. The Walmarts in my area, if I walk in there, every position is them.
Whose fault is that? That's black
now,
people's fault.
Now, I don't know if they're illegal. I can't say that. Maybe they legal. Who knows? They don't talk to nobody, so
That has
how would I
nothing.
know,
That's
you know?
black people's fault. That's not their fault. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing
Alright,
exactly what
so-
the fuck they supposed to be doing. This is a race. Nobody
cool.
gives a fuck about you or black people. They in it for themselves. And once they get into position of power, they hire themselves. That's exactly what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. It's niggas who want to always constantly, well, nigga, I'm gonna give you, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can put my line on the, put my job on the line for you, recommending you, bro. I don't know. They don't have that mindset because they all live in the same place. All the motherfuckers in Walmart, they probably all live in the same one studio apartment. And they saving up to buy a house because now they have a realtor who speaks Spanish and is giving them the property of what's going to be as far as popular in the next few years. Hey, amigo, you should go over there. Casa over there. What you going to be upset about? Because your black ass didn't do it? Stop being fucking lazy. Now niggas is finally feeling the consequences of not doing shit for 60 years. Niggas don't give a fuck about politics. Oh, I'm voting for the couch, nigga. Yeah, I'm voting for the couch. I don't give a fuck about them Republican, Democrat. Well, guess what? It's the Republicans and Democrats who create the laws. You don't even know the fucking governor. I don't give a fuck about no governor or no election or midterms. Well, guess what? It's the motherfucking governor and the mayor and everyone else who's making those laws that govern you. Now your dumbass wants to be upset because the niggas is taking advantage. Now they running for office, talking about fuck the blacks. And now what you want to do? What are niggas doing right now? They crying. Man, they in office right now. Look at what happened. They got black racism. All these fucking hustlers who constantly talk about anti-black racism, they don't live in nigga neighborhoods. They live in white people neighborhoods. What the fuck are you talking about? What you niggas doing? Nothing but crying.
We gotta pay attention.
What you niggas doing? Nothing but crying. Have
agree.
niggas talked about, hey, who are we gonna primary for this fucking upcoming election? Hey, what about the California Black Caucus? I've been trying to repost the nigga who's trying to run against the main woman, what's her name, Lisa Wilson, whatever, the head of the Black Caucus. Do you think any nigga's gonna go on November 5th and vote those people in the Black Caucus out? No. Why? Because niggas don't know who's on the Black Caucus. They know how to complain.
Well, the old ones is coming out and voting.
And
that's the issue too.
The issue is not the old ones. The old ones are obviously going to come out and vote. They're the fucking core of the base. The issue is the niggas who's complaining. I would think that if you complaining about what's going on, the fuckery, that you would want as far as to be educated in what the fuck is going on. But niggas want to stay stupid and then complain about being stupid. Guess what? Those Latinos, they not coming over here with some bullshit. They coming over here to get what the fuck is theirs. Those Africans that these dumb niggas want to call tethers, guess what? They not coming over here with some bullshit. They coming over here to get what the fuck is theirs. They coming over here to take what the fuck they can take. Now, niggas, if niggas want to be prideful and be like, well, I'm not fucking with them tethers. Well, I'm not fucking with them Mexicans. Well, then you're going to die, nigga. You're going to become extinct, which is exactly what Dr. Claude Anderson and every other black leader has said.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I can't be upset at them for doing what the fuck they supposed to do. The only people I can be upset at is black people. Nigga, how the fuck you allow that motherfucker to take your job? How'd you allow them to be promoted to manager over your black ass who's been there over a decade? That's the only people who I can be upset at is black people. Who are you gonna be upset at? What is your upset and your anger directed at anyone else gonna do? Do you think Mexicans, Latinos give a fuck that you upset at them, that they taken over? Do you think white people give a fuck that you're upset at them for gentrifying the neighborhood and raising the rent? No. So who the fuck are you complaining about? Nobody. Because nobody's going to listen. They're going to have you complain
big game and they just
and
playing
continue
the game,
on.
right?
So the only people we can hold accountable is going to be us. That's it. Motherfuckers talking about, well, we've been voting 60 years and now we don't have anything. Nigga, that's your fault. What the fuck are we talking about? That's your fault. What type of stupid shit is that?
Gotta start
Who the
somewhere.
fuck does anything for 60 years without anything in return? Are you gonna work a job? I don't know any nigga who will work a job fucking 3 days without getting paid. Yeah, those 3 days that you were working, that doesn't count. Much like 60 years. If you genuinely believe 60 years you've been working and didn't get a paycheck, nigga, you're stupid. And you're gonna be treated as such. And that's what black people have been treated as. You've been treated as dumb motherfucking labor.
I'm 30 though, so if you look at
your best
my
option
age,
is to learn some Spanish, my guy. That's your best option.
Well, in my area, you got the Bangladesh, and they're taking over everything.
Everyone's taking over. Why? Because there's unity. They working together to make shit happen. Niggas want to work together over stupid shit. That's no one else's fault. Do you understand? Nobody gives a fuck what black people do. Genuinely, nobody gives a fuck. Because they know black people have bad habits that have been instilled from them by as far as white Jewish media and post-traumatic slave syndrome. They know that. Because they're the ones that created those fucking habits. And everyone that black people look up to are already bought and paid for. So you got no one to tell you differently. All the niggas who want to complain, guess what? They got a product to sell you. They not doing anything. They're not even pushing as far as legislation. All these niggas who want to talk about a black agenda, I didn't hear not one black person out of all these thought leaders on YouTube come up with a fucking black agenda to present their representative. To present Kamala Harris. If you don't like her black agenda, where the fuck is yours so you can present it to her and see what she can do? None of them. So what has happened is you have a cycle of complaining about shit not happening, complain about the shit not happening, and then that's the cycle. Nothing happens, you complain about nothing happens. Nothing happens again, complain about nothing happens. Do you think every other race of people are looking at this and going, oh, those poor black people. Those poor black, look at their communities. No, they're going, hold up, how much is that house being sold for? How much is that condo? Wait, that house in Baldwin Hills is being sold for that? Bet, let's hop on it. You have no one to blame. Any nigga blaming an illegal or a migrant, you're a lazy nigga. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
A lot of us now are literally seeing it with our own eyes, man. Like, just say like a decade
This has been
ago.
happening. Hold on. This has been happening. This isn't anything new. This was happening when I was growing up. I remember seeing my community turn fucking Latino, turn Spanish. This has been happening. So I don't know why niggas is acting like this is a new thing and oh my God, this is a new thing. This has been fucking happening.
It's been happening, but I feel like now, like, you literally can't ignore it. Like, you just can't.
There's nothing to ignore. You're done. It's game over. That's what Negroes don't need to understand. That's what Negroes don't understand. That's what I've been as far as trying to get people like, yo, we've got to, when it at least comes to the California Black Caucus, even if you want to unify against Kamala Harris, I would be for it. If there was Negroes doing charters and doing as far as rallying people to register to vote and trying to get to sit down with Trump and stuff, I would be for it. But niggas not doing that. What are niggas doing? Well, I'm not voting for Kamala. She not black. Well, I'm not voting for her. That's not a black plan. That's not a black agenda. That's bullshit. Niggas just complaining. They not doing anything. Guess what white people are doing? Not only will they storm the fucking Capitol, they will have their fucking representatives say that, hey, it was just a walk in the park. It was just a tourist attraction.
Right.
What is niggas doing? What are niggas doing? Not a damn thing. They want to, the difference is that white people will get your ass out of office. They will get your ass out of office. They fucking got the chair of the RNC out, got her to resign. Because they were on her ass like white on rice. What is niggas doing? Man, I tell you, man, that Cory Booker's a coon, man. That nigga a coon, bruh. That Sheila Jackson, that man, she ain't shit. She ain't shit, bro. She ain't shit. But where are you when it comes to voting her out? When are you when it comes to primarying her? When are you when it comes to her speeches and actually protesting and trying to get a voice with her? Nowhere to be fucking found. So, as long as niggas got that mindset, yeah, shut the fuck up, nigga, and die. That's how everyone feels. Everybody's tired of you fucking complaining. Because while everybody else is doing shit, niggas is just complaining. You just complaining. They getting court judges, and this is crazy. Black men talking about, oh, we gonna vote for Trump. Nigga got court judges. It was a court judge that overturned the Fearless Fund, a fund for black people, black women, a VC capitalist fund for black women to start black businesses. And these are the same niggas talking about, we want reparations. We want to cut the check. Nigga, what are you talking about? So yeah, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this. I say, learn Spanish and be happy with your new slave masters. Because y'all niggas weren't complaining 10 years ago. Y'all weren't doing anything 5 years ago. So you niggas have been quiet for over 60 years. Now all of a sudden you want to hoop and holler? No, nigga, that's not how that works. And they still not doing anything. What are they doing now? They just complaining.
Now, man. That's why now you got the black men en masse complaining, because it's dead in our fucking face now. We can't.
But they still not doing anything. Do you understand? They still not doing anything. If you don't like Kamala, fine. Fuck Kamala. There's only one other person left, Trump. So if you want to say fuck Kamala, by all means. What is this nigga Trump doing? Because as far as I'm concerned, I know he came out against reparations. He's now coming out against black history. So I'm all ears. What is this nigga what is he gonna give you? If these mofos were pressing Trump as hard as they're pressing Kamala, bro, I would be all for it. Yeah, press that nigga Trump. See what you squeeze this nigga and see what you can get from him. But they're not doing that. The same niggas who are complaining about Kamala, they not doing anything. Well, I'm not gonna vote. Nigga, what? Stupid weak men make tough times. That's what we dealing with. And these weak men have been making tough times for black people for over 60 plus years, bro. So, I mean, I appreciate call, but there's nothing more to talk about on that one.
616. What's the disagreement?
My disagreement is the entire black man approach. Why is there no talk about black women? Where's the black woman in this conversation?
Are you homosexual?
Yeah.
Okay, you take care. I'm not talking to you. Not because I hate gay people or anything like that, but I'm not. The mindset that I'm coming from is not one of fucking a homosexual mindset. Because any straight black man will be able to tell you, hey, we run this shit. We run this shit. The black woman does what we say. Any black man who has a black woman, right, will tell you she understands who's the fucking line of the fucking household. She understands who's the fucking captain of the ship. And she doesn't have a problem with that. Because she trusts you. Because she knows you're gonna hold shit down. If you on some other shit, I can't, there's nothing I can say to resonate with you.
847, what's the disagreement?
Hey, I keep hearing everybody talking about all these jobs that immigrants are coming to take in, but I don't ever hear anyone talking about all of these jobs here in Silicon Valley that should be available to literally anyone who can do math and algebra. You guys are complaining about picking apples and strawberries and shit. You're not talking about building apps and all of these things that the technology that's building tomorrow.
I don't disagree with you at all. This I would argue this is from post-traumatic slave syndrome. They need to think big. Because what they should be thinking about are the government contracts that these fools are getting. What they should be thinking about are the big money that's going around. But they concerned with Jose who's picking strawberries. They concerned with Jose who's cutting grass. They concerned with, I'm just like, what?
Exactly. And that's my point. Like, why are you guys fighting for these jobs that you really don't want? When all you have to do is educate yourself and then come out to Silicon Valley or even just buy a laptop and build an app that will make tomorrow happen. That's what that's why we don't have a say-so in what's happening tomorrow, because we're not building tomorrow. We're not ready for tomorrow.
I don't disagree, my guy. I don't disagree at all. I appreciate the call. But yeah, I don't get that at all, man. I'm sorry, let's just say this. Say Jose leaves as far as picking the apples or the fruits or cleaning the toilet. I'm not fucking cleaning no motherfucking toilet. Are you? Out of all the niggas who want to complain about the illegals, how many of you are going to clean that toilet? How many of you going to cut the grass? You tell me. I'm not cutting no motherfucking grass. I'm not picking no motherfucking strawberries. You fucking crazy?
786, what's the disagreement?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Hey, I disagree with what that last guy said.
What do you disagree about?
I think the issue that a lot of people mistake is like the ADOS group in America, FBA, only about 60% of FBA has a college degree. As far as getting to build the app and all those jobs in Silicon Valley and all that nonsense, it's not nonsense. It's a great idea. But the problem is there are structural things in place because black folks don't have the wealth. So let's say, let me take a job.
No, I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree because the jobs that they're complaining about are the jobs that A, they're actually qualified for, ironically, but B, don't want to do.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the guy. He's talking about like FBA guys going for high-paying, white-collar jobs. What I'm saying is FBA doesn't have the wealth levels.
I don't disagree. They don't have the wealth levels and they don't have the education for those jobs.
Yeah. So what do we do? So,
I don't disagree with you.
So it's like between a rock and a hard place. It's like, do you compete for the tomato picking job?
They're not good. But here's the thing. Like I said, the jobs that they do qualify for, they don't want to do. And the jobs that they want to complain about, they don't have the education for.
You talk about FBA?
FBA, Black Americans, black men, whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I mean, it's a tragedy, but you know, it reminds me of
it's a tragedy, but no one cares. That's what people don't understand. No one cares.
I know. Hey.
Asian people do not care. White people don't care. Yep. Latinos don't care. You complaining about, oh, they taking my jobs, and they're like, nobody gives a fuck.
They don't. Yeah,
this is honestly, it's a mirror effect, or it's similar to what's going on in the entertainment industry. All these artists complain about, oh, AI, I don't hate AI. Nobody gives a fuck about if a movie is AI. No child is gonna turn on the TV is going, oh, this cartoon is AI. I don't want to see this. No one's doing that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are coming to a harsh fucking wall that is reality.
Yeah.
That is capitalism.
Yeah, you're right.
That is capitalism. That's what they constantly want to talk about, capitalism, right? Well, this is capitalism. My goal is to make a profit. So if I import a bunch of people that I can underpay, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. That has nothing to do with your black ass. It honestly has nothing to do with you at all. I didn't like you to begin with. Now I get to make more money in not hiring you. That's a win-win for me.
So I think the issue with black folks is, I think it's because there's two to three generations of failure there with the boomers. The black folks between 65 and 75. That critical generation after 68. That generation, the ones that turned 18 or 20 in 1968, they were supposed to get college educated. They were supposed to get married. They were supposed to buy property, at least one property, right? They were supposed to work with sympathetic white folks. We always had white folks that have been sympathetic to black people's cause, right? That's always been around. That's always going to be here. They were supposed to utilize them to buy. So it's two types of real estate, right? It's the FHA for the primary residence, and then you utilize the white allies to buy non-residential real estate. And then I did the calculation. If you put $5,000 in the S&P 500 in 1970, you'd have $286,000 liquid wealth for the stock market. And that's no-brainer. So, and that was something that was very easy to get in the 70s because the pay was so high back then, you could actually work to go buy wealth. So it's a failure at the residential real estate. It's a failure at the non-residential real estate. It's a failure about the wedding, about getting married and staying married. It's a failure about the community. It's the failure about getting educated.
It's all the above. It's a multifaceted issue. But I appreciate the call. But yeah, at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck. So all these Negroes, whether the FBA, ADOS, OBA, whatever you identify as, nobody gives a fuck. That's what these Negroes fail to understand. Nobody cares. Like, oh, but they're illegals. You're going to be competing with someone regardless. What do you think is going to happen? They're already here. They're already here. There's millions and millions already here, legally, regardless. They're already here. So what do you think's going to happen? Huh? I'm sick and tired of hearing Negroes complain about, the illegals and the migrants and everything. Negro, if you complain about that, you already lost. It's already lost. It just is what it is. Now, like I said, this is it. This is it for black people when it comes to this election. And I would argue that, hey, when she comes out with the black agenda, when she says she's for reparations, if you don't like something about it, then present it. See if you can be there to present it for her. Protest. These Negroes can rally around a fucking reparations rally. Imagine spending money to go to a fucking rally to talk about reparations with no politician there, no senator, no House of Representative, no state, state, local, no governor, no mayor, nothing. It's a bunch of goofy Negroes talking about, oh, we gonna cut the check. They owe us a check. Do you think anybody gives a fuck about a bunch of niggas complaining? No. They'll give a fuck once they start doing some action. What are these niggas doing? Oh, they registering people to vote to get what's her name out of office. Wait, who's registering to vote? What the fuck's going on here? But a bunch of niggas just complaining. Cut the check, family. Okay? Woo! That right, yeah. That right. Cut the check, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Why would I give a fuck? Why would any Asian, white, why? These niggas don't even know who's in fucking office right now. Why are we gonna take them seriously? These niggas don't even know who their fucking representative is. Why are we gonna take them seriously when they gather around and start complaining? Go ahead, niggas, complain. We gonna keep on doing what the fuck we gonna do. And that's what it baffles me. When I'm like, yo, you talking about politics, but you don't know anything about politics. You talking about something that is going to happen politically. Reparations, whatever it's fucking housing, whatever it is. That's politics. I don't give a fuck about no politics. Then I don't know what to tell you. There's no reaching these people, bro. They're dumb. And unfortunately, it seems that so many, what I've said before is that the black people who do know don't even give a fuck about them. They own their own thing. That whole mentality, get yours, I'm gonna get mine, that's where that stems from. Because there only comes so many times where you can come across a dumb fucking black person where you're just like, what the fuck? Well, I don't want to be associated with this. I want to be associated with these fucking idiots. And all the intelligent black people, all the black people who see the writing on the wall, they go about their own devices. That's what they do. So now you have this vocal minority. I pray to God it's a minority, because if it's a majority, we're really fucked. But this vocal minority who is saying this stupid shit. Yeah, family, we got to delineate. Okay. What happens when you delineate? Man, we not connected to those tethers anymore. Okay, and then how do you get reparations? Man, they have to cut the check. Who has to cut the check? Man, what you talking about? Who has to cut the check? They got to cut the check for it. Fucking stupids. Fucking dumb. It's fucking, fucking dumbass fucking prison babble, bro. It's fucking nigga babble. That's what that is. It's fucking nigga babble. That's what it is. I don't want to hear that shit. Get the fuck out of my ear with that stupid shit. Every other group, they constantly want to complain about every other group. Oh, what about the gays? They did something for the gays. The gays are very organized. That's why. Them motherfuckers are organized. They were fighting as far as to get gay marriage for quite some time. I remember their fight for gay marriage when I was like a child. They were trying to fight for that shit. They've been fighting for a minute now, and they're very organized. What is the niggas doing? Negroes want to fucking talk shit in fucking Twitter spaces and shit, or YouTube comments. I don't know what you expect to get from that. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. What about the Asians? The Asians were very organized. They were very organized. They had to plead with fucking the United States for quite some time before they got the bill, before it got passed, and then before it got enacted. So all these people they constantly talk about, it's like, well, they were putting in work. What were Negroes doing for the last 60 years? Complaining. Not a damn thing. All the Negroes who are complaining right now, what were you doing for the last 60 years? Not a damn thing. Nothing. Nothing except complaining. And listen, I don't have an issue with that. If you want to complain, fucking go ahead and complain. But I don't know why you think something's going to happen out of your complaining. That's not how that works. But what about the Asian? Asians have allies. Asians have allies, and they also have capital. Nigga, if you want to say, oh, we in this alone, it's only us. We holding it down, okay? We built the culture. We built the country. Okay, cool. Nobody gives a fuck. So you have no allies, and you have no capital. What now? You have no allies, and you have no capital. What do you expect to happen? I'm just genuinely curious. What do you expect to fucking happen? Do you think some group of people is going to work out of fucking the kindness of their heart? Let us bless the black race. Let us bless the black race. We'll give them reparations. That's what we're going to do. No. Everything that we've gotten has been a fight. Everything. Whether it's fucking slavery, literally a fight. Whether it's been for fucking voting. Whether it's been for Jim Crow. Whether it's been for slave acts. All of that has been a fight. So I don't know why Negroes all of a sudden think that some shit is just going to magically happen.
313. What's the disagreement?
Yeah, man. My disagreement is Kamala Harris is horrible. She's a terrible candidate. She's trash. Anybody gonna vote for her, man? You gotta be like.
So why do you believe why is she so horrible? And first, are you registered to vote?
Yeah.
You are? Who are you voting for?
Trump.
Voting for Trump. So, why are you voting for Trump instead of Kamala Harris?
Just because he's a better president, he's better for the job. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give me a policy that you like of Trump's?
Policy?
Yeah.
I like how, you know what I mean, he's America first. He want to deport these illegal immigrants.
The amazing army.
You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. You know what I mean? He want to drill. He want to be energy independent again, how he was before. You know what I'm saying?
Can you
shit
give me
like
a
that.
policy?
How he want to go back to.
Can you give me a policy that you like of his?
I just said.
Those aren't policies. Those are sentiments. Those are feelings.
No, those is policy. He shut down the border when he was in that motherfucker. The immigrants it wasn't that many coming over here when he was.
Are you for reparations?
I really don't care. I mean,
Are you a black American? Are you a black American who's a descendant of slavery?
Man, you know I'm black, man.
I didn't ask that. Are you a black American who's a descendant of slavery?
I'm a black American, but I don't know if I'm a descendant from slavery or not. I don't really know that.
Okay, did you immigrate here or were you born here?
No, I was born here.
Were your parents born here?
Yeah, both my parents was born here. Same
Were
state
their parents?
I'm in.
Were their parents born here?
Yep, my grandmother, my grandfather was born here.
So everyone was born here. So there's a high chance that you're probably a descendant of slavery.
Okay.
So as a descendant of slavery, you are entitled to reparations.
Okay, that's cool.
So
I don't, that's why
are you
I don't
for
really care.
reparations
That's cool.
or you don't care about reparations?
That's cool. If I'm liable for it, that's cool.
So would you be for black Americans who are descendants of slaves getting reparations?
I really don't care. I mean,
You really don't care.
I already asked.
Got you. Really don't care. All right. Why is Kamala Harris such a bad candidate?
Number one, she supported Joe Biden. He was the worst president. You know what I'm saying? One of the worst presidents in history, especially in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? She's a Democrat. She's been in power for the last 3 years. You know what I mean? And everything has went to trash.
How has she been in power for the last 3 years?
She's the vice president. She's been in the office with the retarded guy, Joe Biden.
What do you think?
She supports the retarded. She's retarded.
She's retarded.
Huh?
Gotcha. What powers do you think the vice president has?
She got all the powers that he got.
You believe that the vice president has the same?
Joe Biden said that
the vice president has the same powers and
she
authority
supported
that
all
the,
the bad
that the
shit
president
that went
has?
on, man. She supported all the shit that Joe Biden, all the fucked up shit that Joe Biden motherfucker, you know what I mean? She was behind it. She supported it. So she's guilty by association. So she's guilty by association. She's associated with Joe Biden. She automatically disqualified. She's automatically a terrible candidate after, you know what I mean? Just based off today. She supports Joe Biden.
Got you. Okay. What did Joe Biden do that was so heinous to you?
He fucked up everything. He fucked up the border. When he first got in that motherfucker, he redid everything that Trump did. When Trump had everything going good, you know what I'm saying? Only thing that happened was the pandemic and shit. That virus and shit popped off and shit. Everything he went in there and he redid everything that Trump had. You know what I'm saying? Automatic. You know what I mean? So usually that was retarded right there. He dropped the ball. He fumbled the ball. He had it good, man. All he had to do was just keep everything going. You know what I'm saying? He had it good. Trump left him everything great, everything good. All he had to do was just keep. You know what I mean? But he fucked it up. He fucked everything up. Everything purposely, deliberately. You know what I'm saying?
You believe he deliberately messed things up? You believe the economy was booming at the end of Trump's 4 years?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Was there a policy, any specific policy that you don't favor of Joe Biden's?
All of his policies.
Can you give me one?
All of his policies. I'm against everything Joe Biden, everything but all of his policies I'm against. The 94 crime, everything he ever done in this. I'm against everything.
94 crime bill wasn't.
I'm anti-Joe Biden. I'm anti-Joe Biden.
The 94 crime bill wasn't a Joe Biden policy. That was a bipartisan piece of legislation in which black.
Well, he wrote the shit. He passed it to them. He gave it. He the one that authored the motherfucker. So he is. I mean,
do you understand that black
he
people?
gave it to him. He gave it along to him to pass it. He wrote the motherfucker. He's an author. He's the architect of the motherfucking bill.
Do you understand?
He's the architect of all this systemic racism and all this shit y'all talk about. You know what I mean? He's the architect of it. The mass incarceration and all that shit. You know what I mean? He's the architect of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you understand that black leaders asked for that bill?
So that make it cool? That's supposed to make it okay?
Yes.
Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because it was horrible, you know what I mean?
What was so horrible about that bill?
Shit, a lot of black people, you know what I'm saying, was targeted off of it. It really was written up to target black people, you know what I'm saying? Because of the crack thing and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It really, he was calling us predators and all that. Cause that's what the term really came from, where Hillary Clinton got it from.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about Trump not apologizing for the Central Park 5?
What do I feel about him not apologizing about it?
Yeah.
I don't really care because, like I say, at that time, them people, they said they did that. And anybody with common sense, I mean, if somebody would have done that, if they did do it, but they said they did it, anybody would say the same thing that Trump said. Yeah, if they did that shit, then they should be punished. They should be punished.
So presently in 2024, we now know that they didn't do that, what they were accused of doing, and Trump still won't apologize.
What do you want to apologize for? The Democrats should apologize for motherfucking convict. The Democrats that convicted him and put him in jail should apologize to him, not Trump. He didn't put him in jail. The Democrat prosecutors and the Democrat judge, whatever the state that was, New York, whatever, they should be apologizing. What did Trump have to apologize for? He had nothing to apologize for. Okay, they got free. Okay, what to do? Okay, they didn't do it. Okay.
You don't think
that clap for them, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. They didn't do it. Okay.
You don't think that as far as saying these men are guilty and them not being guilty, and then later on finding out that they're not guilty, and then you still say that they're guilty?
He never said it. He didn't say that they was still guilty after they said that
he hasn't apologized, so his statement still stands.
Now you're lying, man. You're lying.
He stands by his statements of the Central Park 5.
Okay. What's the problem? Okay, if them people did that shit, they should have been.
But they didn't do it, and they were shown not to do it.
Okay, well, they said they did it, right? And they didn't do it. Okay, well, you know what I mean? If Trump stand by what he, okay, why would he, you know what I mean, go back? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't understand. Like, why would he apologize for it? You know what I mean?
Because he was wrong.
It's
That's
over with.
why.
The shit is over with.
Usually when you're wrong about something, you would apologize and say, hey, I got it wrong. I was based off of, the testimony and everything.
Okay, if I thought he was wrong, but not at that time when he said it, they didn't find out he was wrong.
So presently he knows that he was wrong, and he still is not admitting that he's wrong. But that doesn't, you don't care about that. That doesn't mean anything. What about as far as giving immunity to officers from prosecution?
I mean, if they qualify for it, then that's cool. I don't see no problem with that. If they don't qualify, that's why it's called qualified immunity.
No.
If they don't qualify for immunity, then
we're not talking we're not talking about qualified immunity. We mean immunity overall from prosecution.
It's still only if you qualify, man. You can't get. If you qualify, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you think the officer?
Do you think the officer?
It's only fair, man.
Do you think Ashley Babbitt was in the right and the officer was in the wrong?
Ashley Babbitt. Yeah, she was in the right and the officer was in the wrong.
You believe the officer was in the wrong when it comes to Ashley Babbitt?
Yeah, he shot her. She didn't have no guns. She didn't have no weapons. She wasn't doing nothing to get shot.
Do you understand the officer told her to stop?
Huh?
The officer gave her commands to stop, and she continued to approach.
Okay, well, should have tased her or something. He had to shoot her. He had to kill her lady.
Gotcha.
Did she have a gun? Did she have a weapon? Was she a threat? She was a woman, right? Was she a threat? He couldn't motherfucking just Just put her, just restrained her. He couldn't restrain her or something like a. He couldn't just restrain the woman. The little white woman? He should have just grabbed the little white woman and threw her down or something, restrained her.
Gotcha.
You don't have to shoot the little. You have to shoot the little white woman. Man.
Do you think she was in the right as far as invading the Capitol?
I mean, I don't think she was kind of right for invading, but you know.
So if you're illegally on a piece of property and you got there through force, and now you're not listening to officers.
I seen that they let them. I seen that they let a lot of them people in and shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. You know what I mean? It was a riot, and it turned. You know what I mean? It was a protest, and it turned to a riot. You know.
Do you think the officers for Breonna Taylor? Do you think they were justified?
Say it again.
The officers for Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the lady that got the police shot up the house because the boyfriend shot at them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they justified. The boyfriend shot at him. You know what I'm saying? What else they supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? They coming and do their job. Motherfuckers shooting at them. What they gonna do? They gonna shoot back. You know what I mean? It's only right. You know what I mean?
Do you know that
they doing a job, man? They doing a job, brother.
Got you. What about the officer who blindly fired? Who was also didn't get charged. Well, he got charged, but he got let free. He wasn't convicted.
I'm not. You gotta tell me some more about.
Officer came behind the apartment and started blindly firing.
Oh, that's automatically. He out of line for that. You know what I'm saying? He wrong for that.
Yeah, but he wasn't found to be wrong.
And why wasn't he found to be wrong?
Because they said that he was under the belief that maybe his partner was in danger.
Cause he just believed it. So I mean, just do you have any? I mean, I don't know. That's not. I don't agree with that. I mean, if he just.
Do you think that Derek Chauvin was? Do you think that Derek Chauvin was innocent, or you believe that George Floyd died because of fentanyl?
I think that George Floyd was. I don't know. Listen, George Floyd, man. He's a fool. I never seen nobody act like that with the police. I never even seen a kid act like that with the police. He acted a fool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what. I mean, dog acted. I believe the neck killed him. He probably did. You know what I'm saying? Killing, or maybe he must have been high or something. He acted a clown. I ain't never seen nobody act like that with the police. That was like totally retarded. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand that at all. You know what I'm saying? So he had to have been high off drugs or something, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I seen the knee on the neck and all that shit. He probably did motherfucking die from that. But all I know is shit.
Do you think the officer should have gone to
nigga jumped out the other side of the car? The man was, I don't know. I ain't never seen nothing like that, man.
Do you think the officer
I
should
ain't
have
never
gone
seen
to prison?
nobody with no sense act like that towards with the police, man. His mans told him to calm down, chill out. His mans was with him, just sat down. He just sat down. He knew how to act. The other dude, he just acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? So what the police supposed to do, man? They got to restrain him, man. He acting a clown. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, you know what I'm saying? It was a purposely, you know, I don't think that shit was purposeful. You know what I'm saying? The nigga died. I think it was wrong. It was
so if Trump were to allow Derek Chauvin to be free, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
Nah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Gotcha. What about as far as Trump removing Black history?
I don't know.
Because he was questioned today about as far as what about the history that says, you know, Black Americans built this country. And he said he would remove funding from those states that did that.
Well, that's a lie. Black motherfuckers didn't build this country. Everybody built this motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucking just no black people. If people are just teaching that, then that's wrong. You shouldn't be teaching. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? Only black people built the country. That's a goddamn lie. You know that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that's the fucking lie. That's not the truth, man. Everybody built this motherfucker. White folks.
You don't believe slave labor was a significant foundation for this country?
I don't. Maybe, yeah. I don't really know how to answer that question, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't answer that, man. Foundation and all that. I don't get into all that. You know what I mean? everybody built this motherfucker, man. Ain't no way that black people just built this whole motherfucking. You know what I mean? It's not possible to me. It doesn't. Everybody built this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody had a hand in it. Do you believe? What are your thoughts as far as when it comes to racism? Do you think racism is still an issue in the country?
No. I mean, it's still racist people, you know what I mean, of course. But, you know, there's no, you know what I mean, ain't no racist laws, ain't no racist, you know what I mean, things on the books, ain't no, you know what I mean, ain't nothing really, well, still got the 94 bill, crime bill on it. But, you know, for the most part, no, it's not, it's racist individuals, you know what I'm saying, still, but, you know.
So why do you think there's so much brutality when it comes to black people, when it comes to the police?
Because they don't know how to act. They retarded. Most of them dumb as fuck. They don't know how to fucking act. They think they tough. They want to get tough with the police. Why you don't get it tough with the police? He gonna kill you. You know he gonna. Why the fuck would motherfuckers be getting tough and acting all crazy and acting stupid? That's why. That's why they get their ass beat up by the police. That's why they get smacked in. Because they act stupid. You know that. Everybody knows this, man.
Yeah. And what's the issue as far as with black women, though?
What about it?
As far as in the community.
Black women in the community was the problem?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. I ain't got no problem. Ain't no problem with no women in the community.
Okay, so there's no like modern women thing going on?
No. So
black women aren't the head of the households?
Some are.
Some are.
I know most some of them are. Some men are. You know what I mean?
So why do you think black women vote Democrat at such high rates?
Why do they think they vote? Probably because they've been just been taught to do that all their life. Or you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. So you don't like Kamala because she's associated with Joe Biden.
She's associated with the Democrats. She associated. I mean,
why don't you like the Democrats?
Shit, they're terrible. Everything they stand for is retarded. All their policies is dumb and backwards. It's not common. Everything they stand for is like backwards to me personally. You know what I mean, it's like you know what I mean, everything they like opening borders, gay stuff. I mean, everything they stand for is like totally like backwards to me. Like,
you know, Republicans are for gay stuff as well,
down.
Right?
Huh?
You know, Republicans are for gay stuff as well, right?
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I know that. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, hateful and shit. But I'm saying, as far as, you know, the Democrats, they want to like go extreme with the shit that they want to go. They want to go to the extreme with the shit that they do. You see what I'm saying? The Democrats. I know it's Republican. Now, I mean, it's gays over there also.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They have.
Why do you think so many black men are voting for Trump?
Because they got common sense.
Because they got common sense. All right. Hey, man. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate the call. You take care and stay safe.
All right. All right. All right.
407. What's the disagreement?
Bro, this is some sad and depressing shit. And these are the people you want me to drown with, bro. My disagreement is what you said about a couple calls back about us not coming together and giving these dummies jobs. Do you not realize over 6 of these dudes called in to defend rape? You want me to bring that on to my job site? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what you want me to bring onto my job site?
No, sir.
You want me to bring on the last dummy who just was on the talking a bunch of dumb shit. Don't even realize what you were doing to him about doing the crime bill, telling him that most black leaders actually wanted that bill, and then you go on to ask him all these other questions, and he's just like, yeah. A woman should be shot in her bed sleeping, but another woman who's storming at a motherfucker coming full force shouldn't be shot. These are the people you want us to risk our shit for. And then once again, a couple calls back, you said it again. You want us to risk us for that small collective of dummies.
Nah,
some
of them can be helped.
This whole stream was depressing as fuck. And it definitely solidified that hell no, I'm not drowning with you niggas. One caller couldn't even understand on, bro, that they're taking jobs that you don't even really want. Even to the point of he was downplaying the job. Or what landscapers make? Man, they can't survive in California. But they're doing it.
Magically, somehow.
Yeah, magically. It's not magically. And like I said, I'm going to give them a little bit of game real quick. The reason why they can do it is because they'll put 6 of them in one house. They won't kick them out at the age of 18 and tell them good luck. Oh, well, motherfucker. This is what I'm talking, bro. Don't call me no white supremacist no more, bro. Don't call any of us that's out here trying to actually make it, that's actually doing these jobs, actually out here hustling, ain't complaining, ain't crying. Don't call us no white supremacists, bro. These are a bunch of dummies that I'm not finna, bro. What? Over 6 of these guys called up to defend rape. Tried to play semantics with this shit. Well, he didn't go to jail for it. That's because he's not one of you, stupid. If one of you would have did that, you dummies would have been in jail. Under the jail. Don't call me no white supremacists no more, Lucas, man.
I won't.
Don't call any of them black dudes out here, bro, who holding shit down. One dude even called trying to blame fucking women and wondering why you niggas is losing your household. Well, what are the women doing? Last time I checked, I thought we was the head of the household. I thought they were supposed to be following our lead. Bro, this shit was depressing. And every black person that called on here talking that shit, bro, y'all need to go kill yourselves in Minecraft. Do us a favor, please. You holding us back. You holding us down. You are dead weight. Have a good night, Lucas.
You as well. So good. Joe, welcome to the army. Warren says he doesn't want to get put on a list, that's why. Anuba dropped a bomb. Oh boy. 216. What's a disagreement?
Yeah, it was a word again. I'm at this point where I'd rather cut off my left nut than help some of these dumb niggas. The pain and anguish of talking to these niggas is not worth the help. If I was thinking about hiring people for this job and I came across 3 dumb niggas, I'll just turn straight to, like, I'd rather hire some Hispanics or white people. I'm not finna deal with these niggas no more. Now, if I come across a smart one every now and then, yes, those are treasures. We treasure that. But literally, you just ran into about what 4 or 5 dumb niggas in a row. That's how my job interview is gonna be. I don't think I can do that, brother. I can't do it. But hey, if you want to be Captain Save a Dumb Nigga, hey, you do your bestest. You do your bestest. Because I'm going to be watching you from an island about off America's shores so I can just watch how this shit plays out. Because me,
Fair enough.
I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
have to lock that shit down. I'm gonna have to lock that shit all the way down. If I see any niggas on the shores, I'm gonna have to pop some heads off. If I see any boats land on my fucking island, yeah, somebody gotta go. Mm-mm. If I see a nigga that says, "Ooh, I found me some lamb," I don't think so, nigga. You gotta go. If you can get back on that goddamn boat, you can go back on that fucking mainland, or you don't go anywhere. That's how that goes. So, Lucas, good luck to you, brother, but no.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Some of these niggas need to be hunted. Yeah, peace.
Later. 502. What's the disagreement?
I really don't have a disagreement. You have a female now. And I really don't have a disagreement. But I'm just sitting here listening to all of these. I'm 78.
Wow.
And I've been sitting here listening to all of these dumb-ass black men calling here with some... Do they realize that Trump is prejudiced? Do they realize that? Do they realize that Trump don't give a damn about them? He just wants their vote. Do they realize that he is brainwashing them about using the immigrants as an excuse? He don't give a damn about them. And these black men, our little black men, is so stupid. I heard somebody interview somebody yesterday, and they had a little T-shirt shop, had his little Trump hat on, and he asked me, he said, who you going to vote for? Trump. Well, why are you going to vote for Trump? He's gangster. What the fuck? He's gangster. That's why he made the tennis shoes. He said it. The reason why he made the tennis shoes was he was going to hook with the black man. That's why he did it. It's so stupid. Then you want to down this black woman that's educated. She's a breath of fresh air as far as I'm concerned. But these stupid ass young black people, they don't listen. They don't pay attention to anything. Go on the internet and look at that book they were talking about. They've been talking about for 3 months. If this man make president, your ass might be shipped back to Africa. Because he don't like black people, period. Did y'all know that the property head in New York, he got sued for racial discrimination because he didn't want to rent his apartment to black people? Do they realize that? The federal government sued him and won. He's a criminal. He got 35 different felonies plus a rape. And this is who they want for his president? Oh, hell no. I'm praying to God that this woman don't win, and this woman wins. But if he wins, all you black people are going to suffer. You hear me? All of you. And don't complain. I love listening to your show. I listen to you correspond with them. Thank you for letting this female talk. I appreciate it. I just had to get this off my chest because I've been sitting here listening for the past hour, and my blood pressure's high, so I need to get off where I be done had me a heart attack. I already had a triple bypass. I be done died sitting here listening to all these stupid-ass people. So thank you. I said what I wanted to say. I'm done. Thank you and good night.
Thank you. You as well. Take care. Line 1-6. What's the disagreement? 516. 816. What's the disagreement?
Yeah, I just wanted to correct the last woman. Kamala Harris is not a black woman, so I just want that narrative to stop. Just.
Why do you believe she's not a black woman?
When you look at her lineage, she's not black. She's an Indian.
What? She's black and Indian. She's mixed race.
No, she's not black and Indian.
Why is she not black and Indian?
Her dad is not black.
What is her dad?
Her dad, if you look back in his lineage, her dad comes from a white man. So she's not black and Indian.
Oh.
I mean, she's not. Yes, she's not black and Indian.
So a person who has a white parent is not black?
No, I don't think you know what I'm saying. Her father is not black.
I understand. And we went back and you said, I asked, why is he not black? You said, because of his lineage, he has a white father, right? That's what you said, correct?
Yes.
So a person who has a white parent is no longer black.
A person who has a white parent. Well, because her father is, if you really want to be real, I go by the father. So, I mean,
so the father dictates the race of the child.
We could say she's really white, but I mean, we're not really.
So now Kamala Harris is white.
Well, no, that's what some people say, right? But I'm just saying she's not black because people are saying.
Is that a notion you subscribe to, that Kamala Harris is white?
No. She's Indian. She was raised in India.
But she's not black because his father is white?
Well, no, because people are saying she's a black woman.
I'm not talking about as far as what people are saying. I'm not talking to people. I'm talking to you. You said that she's not black because her father isn't black. And it's the father that determines the race of the child, correct?
No. That's what some people say. I mean,
I'm not asking about what some people say. So I'm talking to you, correct? I'm talking to you. What I would like to know is your opinion, because you're the one that called up, not some people. So either you subscribe to the notions of those people that you're echoing, or you're just bringing it up for no reason. So is that a notion that you subscribe to? Do you believe what they say?
No. I don't.
Okay, so what do you believe? It's why? Because you said Kamala Harris isn't black. Do you believe that she's not black? Okay, why do you believe she's not black?
As I just stated, her dad isn't black and her mom is an Indian, and she identifies with her Indian side.
Wait, hold on, because when I asked you about that, you said that's what other people are saying. So now you're saying that that's what, in fact, what you're saying as well, correct?
Then I'm saying what? That she's not black?
Okay, let's break this down real simple. You said she's not black. I asked why. You said her father isn't black. I said why.
Yes,
you said
exactly.
Because her father. Hold on. I have a good memory. You said because her father's father is white. Then I asked you that if someone has a white parent, does that not make them black? You said no. It's because the father is the one that determines whether or not the person's black. And then when I asked, so if someone has a that's what you said, sir.
No, I'm saying that.
So you say her father isn't black. Why is he not black?
No, her father's not black because you look at his lineage, he comes from his lineage is white. If you look at
his
her
lineage,
lineage,
what do you mean his lineage?
White.
You mean like his great father, grandfather, or something is white?
No. I'm talking about his father is white.
Okay, so that's literally what I said. You said because his father is white, he's not black. So I'm asking you, it's the man who determines the race of the child.
No, because it's not just the man.
So let me hold on. I'm you're breaking my brain right now. It's literally being broken by your inconsistencies. So, if the father's white and the mother is black, that child is not black according to you, correct?
Yeah, that's a mixed child.
Okay, so that child is not black.
No, the child's not black.
Okay, got you. So what happens if the father is black but the mother is white? That's still a mixed child, or is that child black?
That would be considered a mixed child.
So they're both a mixed child?
Yes, those are mixed children.
Okay, so him marrying another woman, she's not black. She would be what, a mixed child as well?
You're saying Okay. You're saying him, not him. What? Who you referring to exactly?
I'm talking about her father marrying her mother. That precludes her from being black. She would be considered mixed, according to you.
Yeah, and she identifies with her Indian side. She said she's Indian.
No, she said she's been black. She said she's been black all her life. She's black and Indian.
No. See, because Kamala Harris is playing this game now where she's trying to identify with being black all of a sudden.
No, we have it on record where she said she's been black for quite some time. We have it on record. We can pull it up. But she said she's...
We have a video of her saying...
We have her multiple times addressing that she's black, right? That she's black and Indian. So let me get this straight. So if anyone... So hold up. So if anyone has any white in their lineage, they're now mixed?
She said in her own words that...
I don't care what you believe she says. I'm asking you, if anyone has any white in their lineage, they're not black.
If someone has any white, it depends. Like if
How
there's
would it depend?
Well, because you're saying if someone has white in their lineage, it depends on, like, let's say there's a mixed child who's mixed of black and white. Let's say they marry or get with someone who's black. It depends. I mean, at that point, the kid's probably going to be mostly black by their DNA.
What do you mean most? What's the percentage for you to be black?
I mean, it would have to be like majority of their DNA would have to be black for them to be considered black, I would guess.
How does someone majority DNA?
I mean, you do a DNA test. We have DNA tests. They can do that. And
so you believe that Kamala has done a DNA test, and you've seen that DNA test that determines that the majority of her is non-black.
Kamala Harris, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
that's literally what you're saying. You're saying that the only way to determine. Hold on. You said that the only way someone can be black is if the majority of them is black. I asked how. I said, well, it depends on the percentage. How do you get that percentage? You then said to do a DNA test. So in order for you to come to the conclusion that Kamala Harris isn't black, you're implying what you said previously.
What she said.
What?
I'm going off what she said. She said that she's Indian.
Kamala Harris has said multiple times that she's Indian and black.
Okay, and see that's where we're getting some conflicting points, because at other points she said she's Indian. So
let's say because she is Indian. She's part Indian. She's black and Indian.
Nah, she's not. But
what do you mean? Nah, she's not.
She can play that con game to try to get votes because she wants to get dumb niggas who just want to see, oh, she's a black woman, I'm going to vote for a black woman just because she's black.
You think black men are voting for her because she's a black woman?
Yeah, that's the only reason that there are black people.
Where do you come up with this?
Only voting for her.
I understand. I understand you believe that. Where does this belief stem from?
I mean, I've heard black people say they're voting for Kamala Harris because they think she's black. It's the same
black
thing with Barack
people that
Obama.
you've heard in
they
your
were
social
only
circle?
Voting for Barack Obama because he was black.
I hear you. What black people did you hear saying that?
I mean, there's of course anecdotal, but I've heard this in person where people were saying they were going to vote for Kamala Harris.
From who? From friends of yours?
One of the reasons they're going to vote for Kamala Harris is because she's black.
So one of the reasons. So that's not the sole reason to vote for her. That's a little bit different than what you said.
Voting for someone solely on their race, voting for someone and having one of your reasons be because of their race is very ignorant.
Why is that ignorant?
Because the policy should matter more than worrying about their race.
Those aren't mutually exclusive. Do you understand that? Just because that one of their factors. What? Do you not get that they're not mutually exclusive?
When you're focused on someone's race more so than policies.
Listen to what you said. You said that people were voting for her because she's black. I asked who. Then you said you heard people say that one of the reasons that they're voting for her is because she's black. That is not the same thing as voting for someone because they're black.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's one of the reasons.
Okay, so that's not.
I didn't get into the other reasons, but I'm saying that's one of the reasons.
So then, do you understand? Then that's not the reason that they're voting for the person. Do you understand that's supplemental? That's supplemental to the
yeah.
other reasons that they're voting for the person, which inherently undermines what you said.
No, it doesn't, because that's still one of their reasons. And really,
One
of
of
the
the
biggest reasons I
reasons.
hear
Do you know
people
what
voting
one of
for,
the reasons
yeah,
suggests? What that
yeah, I
implies
know,
is that there's
but,
other
but
reasons.
there's,
So what
I
that
mean,
means is, hold on, what that means is that what you said, because you made it believe that people were voting for her solely because she's black, and then gave an
yeah, well, of course
example of
it's not.
someone voting
So I
for
mean, of
someone,
course,
not solely because they're black, but as far as a reason in addition to other reasons that they're voting for the person.
yeah, well, I don't know all the reasons people are voting for her,
Okay,
of
so
course,
then
but I'm just
then you
saying that
don't know
there are
anyone who's
people
voting
who
for
are there
her
are people
solely because she's
there are
black. Then
people who are who are saying they're gonna vote for her because she's black.
Hold
There are
on.
people saying
Hold on. We're having a comprehension, and I think it's on your end. Then you do not know anyone who is solely voting for her because she's black. That may be one of the reasons that they're voting for her, but that's not the only reason. Do you understand the crucial difference?
Okay, here's the thing. You have people voting for her for many reasons.
Wait,
because
do you
she's black.
so
you
do
have
you
people
understand
saying
the
because,
crucial difference between those two? You can have someone who's voting for Trump who is.
Of course, there's a difference between. Yes, of course, there's a
Okay,
difference
then.
between
So
that.
then, then you misspoke. Then you don't know anyone who's solely voting for her because she's black.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I would.
Okay, so you misspoke.
Not solely,
Got you. We
not
can
solely.
acknowledge that. Let's move on.
That would be me. That would be just me misspeaking on my part, right? But there are people who are saying, "Oh, I'm voting for Kamala Harris because Trump is racist." I never really hear people talking about the policies that they find favorable with Kamala Harris.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think if someone believes that they're racist, do you think that would disqualify them for getting a black vote?
Well, yeah, it would, but see, their belief, I believe they don't really. I don't think they're. I think they're just more so following off what a lot of the media is telling them, and they're not actually analyzing and looking at the bigger picture.
Mm. So, what policy do you find as far as that you're voting for Trump? Are you voting for Trump this year? Are you registered to vote?
Voting. I'm considering voting.
So, are you registered to vote?
I'm not really decided yet.
Are you registered to vote?
Am I registered? Well, yes, but I'm still not. I'm still not decided on who exactly I'm gonna vote for.
You still haven't decided on who you're gonna vote for. So who's in the running for potentially getting your vote?
If I were to just like as of now, if I were to just say if someone had a gun to my head, I'd probably just vote for Trump. To be honest.
Okay, so what's a policy that you like of Trump's?
The only thing that I'm looking at when it comes to my main vote is really stopping the illegal immigration. That's the only thing I care about.
Okay, so what policy do you like of Trump's?
Closing the border. That's allowing
not
all
a
these
policy.
He has plans to close the border.
What policy, right? Because you criticize, you criticize people of voting for Kamala Harris, but not knowing any of her policies. So I'm asking you, what policy of Trump do you know that you're voting for him because of? Closing the border is not a policy. That's a want.
If you close the border, you have to sign. You
What
have to sign that
policy?
into executive order. You have to.
What policy has Trump said?
Into law.
What policy has Trump said that you agree with, that you are voting for him?
I just said.
And I just told you that's not a policy.
How is that not a policy?
Because it's a want. If I say I want to end illegal immigration, that's a want. That's not a policy. Do you want to know an example of a policy? Is giving people, as far as families, $6,000, right? When it comes to health, to childcare, that's a policy. When it comes to as far as, hey, I'm gonna give as far as Americans $5,000 to start up businesses, that's a policy. Me saying I want to help black people is not a policy. Do you notice a difference? So do you have a policy of Trump's that you find favorable?
no, then I mean,
The
by
answer
that,
is
by
no.
that definition,
So then you
by that
yourself
definition,
are in fact
then
the hypocrite. It sounds like you're projecting your ignorance on other individuals who are voting for Kamala Harris when you're the one who's ignorant of the person that you allegedly are in favor of. Do you not find that to be a bit problematic?
because my reason is more so
You
on the
have
border.
no
That's
reason.
the main focus.
You have no reason. You have beliefs. You have feelings.
Okay, here's the thing. When Trump got in office,
Okay,
the first
you
time,
take care.
Right,
All
did
right.
he not?
Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord. 502. What's the disagreement?
Excuse me, this is the lady that just called you.
What's the disagreement?
No disagreement. The young man that just called you after I got through talking. Number one, she is Jamaican. Her father is Jamaican, and her mother is Indian. Jamaicans are black. They're not white. They're not brown. They're black. So she's mixed. She has policies. She intends to give families $25,000 to try to start buying their own home. She wants to give them $6,000 for child care. That's policies, just like you were trying to explain to him. Those are policies. Trump has not talked about no policy whatsoever. All he talks about is her, calling her dumb. She's not smart. Go to young man that you just got through getting off the phone. Go to YouTube, and you can listen to a lot of his rallies. You can listen to what she has to say. Pay attention. Instead of just listening, pay attention. Go to YouTube, and you can learn anything you want to learn about Trump. You can learn anything you want to learn about the vice president. Do that for me. Then you make up your mind about what you want to do. Quit listening. Quit letting Trump brainwash you, because that's what they're doing. All you talked about was the border. Regardless of what they do, these people are going to find a way to get to America because they have no food. They don't live good. They don't have jobs. America is the land of the free, and this is where they want to go. That's all I have to say. But young man, go to YouTube and look and listen. Go to YouTube. Thank you, baby.
No problem. Thank you. Take care. I just I find it interesting that 516. What's the disagreement? I just find it interesting that they'll dismiss Kamala Harris because she's not black, but then vote for Trump. How does that make any sense? So she's not black, but you're voting for Trump? Okay. 786. What's the disagreement?
Hey, how you doing?
Not well.
Well, I mean, I just want to say something. A couple of callers behind, the guy that brought up the omnibus crime bill.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is a dumb, crazy, illiterate animal. I mean, that guy is just crazy. Like, the omnibus crime bill was for federal law, right? And the majority of black incarceration is at the state level. Like, all the stuff he was just saying was just crazy. The other thing about, like, the older lady that was 78 that called in the show, hello?
Yes.
Anytime, like, a black boomer, I always tell young black people, whatever, don't entertain black boomers. We don't want to hear from them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have you disrespect those. Get the fuck off the line. 972. What's the disagreement?
Like a black boomer, I always tell
972. 812. What's the disagreement?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
It's not question day, it's disagreement day. So what's your disagreement?
Okay, my disagreement is that I think that I don't like either one of them. I don't like Trump because I think that Trump has no morals whatsoever, and he's a compulsive liar. I do not like Kamala Harris, not really because of policies. I don't think it's nothing like that. I think it's more the fact that I feel like Kamala Harris is like one of the lowest rated vice presidents we've had in the history of the U.S. Not only that, but I feel like that by putting a Jamaican American, no offense, she's not a African American, she's not a fundamentally African American, I think that hurts us. I said, you know, if she doesn't do it in 4 years and if she's a bad president, everyone's going to blame the fundamentally African Americans here in this country. And I feel like that there's better
Okay, so
choices.
what's the disagreement?
There's better choices they could have made out there by like Jasmine Crockett. I love her.
So what's the disagreement? Jasmine Crockett isn't running for president.
Yeah, I know. But my disagreement is it's basically saying that I think that Kamala Harris, I couldn't vote for her because of that.
Okay.
So
that's
my
a feeling,
thing is,
not a
I would
disagreement.
rather.
Appreciate it. 907. What's the disagreement?
Hello, how are you?
I'm still alive.
Okay.
Do you have a disagreement?
I do have a disagreement. My biggest disagreement is I'm listening, and a lot of people don't listen to policy or they don't even do their own research. And it's kind of sad. And I'm 37, and I had to go look at some of the things that I thought that at one point she had done. In reality, a lot of the things were not true. As far as locking people up was very not true. A lot of people feel strongly about weed. That's one policy that she's trying to get so that people aren't getting locked up on a regular. These are things people need to actually do their research. If they do the 2025 bill, that bill can inhibit so many things. We have broken families already. People don't research. Back in the day, Trump was cited on not giving housing to blacks. He also was cited for rape and other things throughout the years. If you're going to vote for somebody, actually, let's do our research. Let's just stop saying we're going to vote for them because she's not black. If she's not black, he's not black either. What's the argument there? That's the shit that just burns me up. If she's not black, he's not black either. So what's the issue? Is it because she's a female, or is it because she's not black? Which one is it? If we're gonna go for something, let's go for everything. Let's talk about what can be done. When COVID happened, he encouraged people to go visit places and get people sick. I have friends that are dead, 32 people. We did not get money until Democratic states start fighting to get us money. People don't realize that these policies and things that they think he has done for you all, he's done nothing. So my disagreement is let's do some research and fucking read. This shit is crazy. People are ignorant as hell. Me listening to this, it's just giving me less and less hope for the future. We can't be this stupid. We as a people have to do better. So if we're going to not vote for her because she's not black, then vote for our policy. And a lot of people don't realize those women you laying with and you're getting pregnant and you're making these single family homes, they can no longer go get those abortions to get rid of those babies you hate so fucking much because you're not taking care of them. These are real issues. So what's the next issue? This man was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He was not just somebody that he just spoke to. They went to an island together. He sponsored the Miss USA pageant. He helped traffic women over the years. So at what point do you start doing your own research and seeing who you are voting for? If you don't like her because of the crime bill in California, actually go see how many people she got locked up. Do you want rapists out on the streets? I think the fuck not. Do I want people that are murdering other folks? I think not. Don't free my nigga the long way. Keep him locked up. But this has to stop. Me listening to these young men speak, this is sad and embarrassing. Nobody even, do y'all read? Do you write? It's like this is a illiterate America. You have an old man that is about to die and y'all gonna vote for him, and then the person that's behind him is even worse. He hates blacks more than anybody. So please, just thank you. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I appreciate the call. Take care. Yeah, this is a bit problematic hearing all these calls, but I think it's important to understand what we're dealing with. 404. What's the disagreement?
What's up? How you doing? How was your day today?
I'm hanging in there.
Yes, sir. One day at a time. I want to ask you a quick question. I just got off. I'm a little bit late to the party, but your title says Trump says he'll remove Black history. Did he actually say that?
Actually say that? No.
Oh, okay. But you basically, based on whatever he said, you were insinuating that is essentially what he's trying to accomplish. That he's trying to remove our history.
So the question was, as far as the new history the question I was posing was, what about the new history that these states are promoting, like California and whatnot, that are saying black people, slaves built the country and it's stolen land. And he said he would withhold funding from those states.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Now, wow, that is interesting. Now, for you, you're a very intelligent man. And so when you see that, are you disagreeing fundamentally with what his statement implies or what he actually meant by what he said?
All of the above. They're one and the same.
Okay. Why do you think we can't make any distinguishing? Why do you think we can't distinguish between what he implied by his statement and also what it implies to his constituency?
What do you think is the factor there, the determining factor?
I see where you're going, but what I'm saying is like...
I'm not going anywhere. You seem to have a disagreement, but you're not voicing it. So what's the disagreement there? Do you believe my interpretation of what he said is inaccurate? And if so, let me know.
I'm trying to figure out why it actually matters.
Why that actually matters?
Like, yeah, why does it? Why? Yeah, I think even from a political standpoint, the whole.
Why do you think having actual history and abolishing actual history matters?
I think what I'm disagreeing with is not history itself, but who gets to influence your interpretation of history. I don't think that the federal government or any political body should have more influence over your mind than your parents and grandparents.
How is that germane to the question at hand? Do you believe that blacks, as far as slavery, this country is built off the backs of slaves?
Do I believe that this country? I think we certainly our ancestors were fundamental in the building of this.
So it's a simple yes or no. Yes. Do you believe the country was?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe that a person who is trying to censor that fact, do you believe that's harmful to Black Americans in this country overall?
Harmful. I think that's a straw man argument. I don't like.
What's the straw man argument? What's the straw man here?
I think you're making a bigger deal out of that.
Hold on. You said a straw man argument. I know what a straw man argument. So what's the straw man here? What did I misrepresent?
I'm going to accept the fact that I misspoke.
You misspoke.
It's not a straw man argument.
Okay, it's not a straw man argument. So I'm going to ask the question again. Do you believe someone who's trying to censor that is harmful to the country overall and to Black Americans?
I think it can be harmful.
You think it
I don't
can
know
be?
if it is.
In
or
what?
it's
Can you
not.
give me an example, hypothetically, if you will, of how it could be
Yes,
beneficial to
absolutely.
the country and Black
Oh,
Americans?
yes, I would say that, for an example, if hypothetically, not just me, but anyone who's raising their children is interested in promoting the virtues, values that are important to me, if I see someone in the federal government promoting an agenda that is against what I want to institute, it
Hold
would
on. So
lead me
that
to.
would be a straw man argument, right? We're not talking about agenda. We're talking about history. It happened, right? These are
Right,
facts.
right, right.
It's not like
Okay,
anybody's trying to give a spin. So that
for
would be a
sure.
straw man argument, what you just did. You mischaracterized what I was asking in order to better suit your answer. So I'm asking you,
Okay.
in what context where someone censors the history of this country regarding Black Americans being slaves, slave labor, building this country, what context would that possibly benefit Black Americans and or the country?
The best answer that I can give you at this moment would be that it would further promote the idea that the founding fathers said that they stood on, which was that the federal government needs to be limited and contained.
That would do actually the opposite. I don't know how that would benefit
so?
the country as far as the founding fathers saying the government be limited and contained.
You
That would
think
be
that?
that would be
How
as,
so? I don't.
you would be erasing as far as
understand.
history. You'd be censoring history. It'd be the opposite of what the founding fathers wanted.
Why is it the federal government's job to educate the populace? Why is that their responsibility?
That's a different argument as opposed to as far as censoring history. We're talking about as far as someone giving a group of people a false history
I see what you're
that
saying.
specifically is targeting towards Black Americans and our contributions to
Okay.
this country.
Okay.
So what it sounds like you're
Okay.
arguing is similar to what the Southerners argued for slavery, which
Okay.
is each state should
I
have
would con-
slaves if they vote for slavery. So each state should be able to allow to teach what history that they want, unburdened by the
I get
federal
you.
government. That's what it sounds
I-
like you're implying. And I know no intelligent, self-respecting Black man who has an IQ above room temperature would ever align themselves with such an asinine point. So I know
I
that
agree
that
with-
surely can't be what you're saying.
Okay. I agree with what you're forwarding. I actually agree with all of it. I know, like you said, no intelligent, not even intelligent, anybody who's reasonable would not agree with that sentiment. But what I'm advocating for, not just arguing against, but what I'm advocating for is a better model for governance and wealth
By all
for
means,
all of
but
our people.
that's a separate argument from the one that I'm posing, right? Because that's not germane
Okay.
to the topic at hand.
Okay.
What I was
okay.
asking for was a hypothetical context in which censoring Black Americans' contribution to this country would be beneficial to not only Black Americans but to the country.
Okay. Okay. And I would say that you're good at what you do. Nobody can argue against your position. However, I do want to ask, what I'm trying to figure out, what is your actual goal? Like, what are you moving towards for us as a group? Because what you're saying is
People to
absolutely
be educated.
fundamentally
That's
true.
what I'm moving towards. Because it seems that there's a lot of
Okay.
ignorance and misinformation, in some cases disinformation,
For a fact.
disseminated among the community, unfortunately.
And where would you put the onus of that on? Who is the onus of that on?
It's multifaceted, from the people who are promoting or platforming
Okay.
the disinformation, from the people who are consuming it, and the people who are actually speaking it and getting paid to do it.
Okay. And so would you agree with me in saying that the only way to dispel that would be through power?
Welcome to the Amazing
power.
Army.
Only way to dispel that is through power. Depends on what you mean by power, but in the sense that I know power, as far as doing whatever you want despite any people going against you or disagreeing with you, then yeah, sure, by all means.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it for sure, and I wouldn't disagree with that. But like, for example, Trump spoke at Bloomberg, and they talked about, the question to him was posed to our allies basically taking advantage of us. He named France, he named Israel. No, he didn't name Israel. He named everybody but Israel. And the reason I'm bringing this forward is because for some reason, the Jews have had some type of influence on him where he cannot criticize them. And so it seems like whatever they're doing works. So I'm saying that what are they doing that, for example, black people cannot do such that we can have the influence that they have? That thing, and if we can model ourselves after them, I'm not saying they're totally right in everything that they do. I'm saying if we can model ourselves after them, then maybe we can.
The only way you'd be able to model yourself after
that?
them would be, as far as what Dr. Claude Anderson says, which would be teaming up with Africa.
The whole continent.
Yes, or at least some aspect of Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, and being a benefit of the U.S.
Okay. Would you advocate for young men today, or not just young men, but people in general, to go that route? Do you think that's meaningful? Would you be a proponent of such strategy?
In order for that to happen, there would have to be unity, and that unity is not present.
Yeah.
So it would be a bunch of fragmented black people going over there. Could they be successful as an individual? Sure. But it's going to take a little more as far as organizing and mobilizing to have a bigger effect.
Yeah. For sure. And in your mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you would say that in order for us to get there, we need capital, right? Or at least some strategic partnerships. And that is why Kamala may be favorable as a choice over Trump to you.
I think as a collective, we have the capital. Maybe not as much as others, but 100%. I think what lacks is mobilizing.
So we don't even need. So you're saying we don't even need a politician at this point? Like we could get it done right now if we really wanted to. Would you agree with that?
I think you would always need someone who's favorable to your to whatever legislation that you need to empower you or to further not obstruct you from getting what you need to be done. So yeah, I wouldn't alienate any type of politician. Yeah, you want to have your foot in the door. But as far as heavily depending on them, no.
Action? Okay. But before you take that step, and this is the plan, this is how we're going to run it, you would want to at least get some, you would want to see some type of cohesion or some type of agreement from a political body before a leader, if you will, was to take that risk. Would you agree? Would you align yourself with that level of thinking, that way of thinking?
I don't know what political body would be as far as what sign would you are you asking?
Anybody like a congressman or somebody in the Senate or maybe even the Republican or Democrat Party say, hey, we're going to give you, just like Christopher Columbus, somebody give him a loan to come to the New World. Somebody give you some type of funding, maybe federal funding to go build some type of.
Why would America give people federal funding to build in Africa?
You're right. Power would be the only answer to that. And how power is amalgamated, we can disagree or agree about what that looks like. But that's why I've led initially by saying maybe power is the only reason we can't get anything done. And like you said, it's not in their direct interest. But China seems to be interested in the continent. But anyway, I'm getting all over the place. I appreciate you for breaking it down.
No problem, man. I appreciate the call as well. You take care and stay safe. Alrighty. Nickel9 says DT could sleep with their wives and spit in their face and they still make excuses for him. Yeah, I'm starting to see the power of the cult. That's what I'm truly starting to see, like the power of the cult. 484. What's a disagreement?
What's good, brother? I've been a big fan since back in the days when we was crazy, when we was on the wrong side of history.
There we go.
But when I was watching Anthony Bryan, Logan, Brandon Tatum, I pray my ancestors forgive me for those days watching Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro and Michael Knowles and those nut jobs. Don't even care about us. But I have one disagreement about. You came at Roland Lamar one day. I think we should instead of coming at each other, we gotta come together. that's not. I want to talk to the black MAGA out there. I want to talk to these fools out there
Welcome to the amazing army.
about supporting this guy Trump, man. Let's start with the racism. Should I start there? Wait till I should start racism. What should I start?
To be fair, this is disagreement day, so I have to prioritize the disagreement calls. But I appreciate it nonetheless, my G. Friday the 13th says these people think Trump gonna close the border, but remember in 2019 he refused plans to secure it and shut down the government. Wanted Mexico to pay. 407. What's the disagreement?
407. What's the disagreement? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. This is the amazing Lucas.
That is correct.
All right, I'm just seeing a delay and stuff like that. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to call, and you're talking about the whole Trump is going to remove Black history. I just want you to look at the 1776 Commission. It's a part of his administration and his bill that he's trying to pass, and they have put up 18 members in there, well, more than that. And I'm trying to look at their background and history, and it looks like none of them have direct American historians right after it. And it's just a whole bunch of hogwash. So that's what they're trying to do to replace the critical history. So if you want to see more into that,
I'll check it out. I appreciate it, man, for letting me know. Take care and stay safe. I don't know why this is so so new to people. Because does anyone remember the whole fear mongering with CRT? No one remembers the whole fear mongering with CRT? Let me play the clip so people can understand what I'm referring to.
Anything to do with school choice also. But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it.
Right? Because he's talking about closing the Department of Education.
Going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
He's just giving a job to a random anchor. 757, what's the disagreement?
Yeah, man. I've been calling trying to get in. I just want to get in on the conversation with Amazing Lucas, man. I'm a big fan.
This is he. What's the disagreement?
Oh, I'm looking at you live. Is this live or what? Or
There's going to be delay.
Okay, delay. Oh no, I just want to respond to some of the people that's been. Oh yeah, I'm from VA, and I just feel like. Oh wow, this is okay. Well, I just want to say that I can't believe how ignorant some of these people is up here. But when it comes to Kamala's race, to them, they have always said if we had one drop of black blood in us, we were black. No matter what we looked like. If we had an ounce of black blood, we was black. So I can't believe we're sitting up here, black folks, debating, arguing over how black or white Kamala is. When to them, if she got an ounce of black blood, she's black. And they're going to treat us accordingly. And so, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's a commercial. So I can't believe that we fallen for this okie doke of being divided again. To it's only been two people that they ever brought up this race thing, Obama and now Kamala, and we fall for the okie doke every time. And like I said, they look at Kamala as a black woman, no matter how light skinned she is, or what mixed race she is, they look at her as black. And that's one of the reasons they hate on her like she does. And to me, it's a no-brainer. Trump has been an overt racist man all his life. When you go from the Central Park 5 to the housing, and what a lot of people forget about is that under Obama administration, Obama started defunding privatized prisons. And when Trump took office, he reversed it.
I don't
And we
disagree
all
with what you're
know-
saying, but unfortunately, disagreement days are prioritized for disagreements. But I appreciate your call. Yeah, we gotta, to be fair, because I did that to the last dude. So I don't want him listening into the call and be like, this mother, he gonna let him talk, but not gonna let me talk. No, we gotta keep it consistent. We gotta keep it consistent here. Yeah, I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. I think when it comes to this whole you not black or anything, I think trying to disqualify someone's blackness is wild to me. It's really wild. Like, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because I can't recall any time in history where you've been rewarded for saying that you were black. I could be wrong, but I don't recall any benefit that's come with that. So I think when people are like, oh, her great-great-grandfather or something is white or something like that, like, if you're a descendant of slavery, you're going to have some white in your lineage. You're definitely going to have some white in your lineage. The only people who aren't going to have white in their lineage are going to be actual Africans. But black Americans, yes. There's a very high chance you're going to have some white in your ancestry somewhere. Just due to slavery. Due to the fact that they loved black women. Just is what it is. So I find that a bit, I don't know, a bit troubling that people keep on trying to say she's not black, she's not black. I'm like, okay, even if she's not black, what does that have to do? Trump isn't black either. So what's the argument here? Nevertheless, let's continue. Let's finish this up and then I'll read the super chats.
Decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me.
Central casting.
Now look at this. He's just, this is the problem. He gives people random jobs. He gives randos just jobs. People he likes, he just gives them jobs. Not qualified for.
Close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me.
Central casting.
Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Now, how do you just sit there as a black man, bro? That's what I want to know. How do you just sit there as a black man? I would never want to be in this position. And that's why I've taken the positions I've taken, because I can say whatever I want to say. I can criticize Kamala, just like I did when it came to her interviews. I was like, she's not really good at interviews, because there's some bullshit right there. But this fool, he can't do that, right? He can't criticize Trump. As a black man, he has to sit there and listen to this fucking saltine talk about, what about this new history? Some liberal city talks about, America was built off the, blacks of slaves and, the country is stolen land. And he just has to sit there and take it. Has to sit there and take it, bro. I never in my fucking life want to be in that position. Never. Ever. Where I have to keep quiet in order to secure my my livelihood. Never. Never.
We don't send them money.
We don't send them money.
We would save half of our budget.
Okay.
Anything to.
That's what he just said. We don't send them money.
On stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would save half of our budget.
Okay.
Then we don't send them money. These mofos think that it's just, I don't know what to tell you. This revisionist history of, hey, we did this all ourselves and black people are immigrants and they came over here because there was opportunities. It's really interesting. And it's even more interesting hearing black men talking about, well, yeah, we didn't build anything. We didn't do nothing. I'm like, now, my interpretation of that is that he wants to remove black history. I think that's an apt and fair interpretation of what he just said. Because that is inherent to the creation of this country. Trying to detach slavery from the founding of this country is, I don't know what to tell you. That's like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with no peanut butter. You can't have it. So did he verbatim say, I want to remove black history? But that's in effect what you would be doing. It's as simple as that. It's like when they tried to do with CRT. We had a whole period of CRT, them gaslighting on CRT. Oh, they teaching that people are different. They're teaching the kids this. They're not teaching the kids anything. It's a college course. What do you mean? But they had all that. So I just find it a bit problematic when people, you have these men talking about, well, this is what we need to do. I'm going to vote for him, okay? Kamala not black. And I'm just like, there is a very much a concentrated effort to misinform black men. And I wouldn't even say black men. I think it's probably more than that. But the only problem is it's black men who are the most vocal. It would be like a Jew celebrating Hitler. And then when you criticize him as a fellow Jew saying, hey, why the fuck are you celebrating Hitler? You saying, oh, you just don't like me because I have a different opinion. Jews aren't a monolith, bruh. Jews aren't a monolith. I can support who I want to support. And it's like, well, I'm not saying you don't, I'm not saying you can't support who you want to support. I just don't know why you would support fucking Hitler as a Jewish person. That's all. So I think that it's just interesting. Warren says, and here, and we have another one. We are getting erased. Welcome to the Army, Herman. Be Nice says, you on fire right now, fam. Appreciate it. 21st century. Welcome to the Army. Wow, 19 months. This week was pretty entertaining. Frederick says, happy birthday. Shout out to Curry. I read that. Anuba with the $50 drop a bomb. You need a Christian leader. Stand up, whoever you are. Christian is one who keeps commandments. There is hope if you get one. How you doing, Lucas? I'm doing. But as far as a Christian leader, no, I don't think anyone's gonna step up because it's too. I mean, there's too much money in not stepping up. People have a vested interest in leading the community astray. I think that's the problem. And I think it's interesting when I call out Kamala Harris for her piss poor interviews prior to the one she's had recently. People want to say, "Oh, you're flip flopping," and it's like it's not flip flopping. It's just it's called integrity. Like, what are we talking about? When Biden was fucking applauding the parachuter who wasn't there, yeah, that mofo he's gone. He's lost. That doesn't mean I'm a Trumper because I called out Biden. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call, you're supposed to, all these fools talking about speak truth to power, but when it happens, then they want to say you're a flip-flopper. If you agree with someone 100%, then there's a problem. Because there's no one on this planet that I agree with 100%. There's no one I agree with 100%. So if you can't voice criticism, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you're in a cult. That's what it sounds like. And I think people want that cult mentality. You can support someone and still criticize them where they need to be better. And I think that's more of a benefit than not criticizing them. Yo, Trash Act. Welcome to the Army. Nuba, welcome to Army. Sig Sire says, Hog Donald was found guilty on 34 felonies, Lucas. He's awaiting sentencing. Guilty on 34 felonies. I forgot about the 34 felonies. Guilty on 34 felonies. Anuba says, hear me out, Lucas, and you decide. But about my race born in Australia and looked as if looked at as if I'm an immigrant. I visit India, they look at me as an outsider and tourist. Where do I belong? I don't know. Where do you want to belong? A lot of this depends on where do you want to belong. Because a lot of these blacks, they want to belong with white people. As we can see, case in point. They'll accept him, but you just have to listen to the rules and regulations. That's all. It's a two-way street. Where do you want to belong, and who's willing to accept you? You can say you black, but if you know the majority of people you come across, like, nah, I don't know what you want to do. How about you hang around people that accept you? That's what I would say. Hang around people that accept you and not the goofies and the dum-dums. That's what everyone does, honestly. Because there's going to be those dum-dums and goofies in every race. And it's the same thing when it comes to, you know, this whole diaspora war, where the hell is going on, with Africans versus Black Americans. Why would you highlight those who disagree with you? There's no reason. Why would you highlight those who disagree with you? They disagree with you. Wouldn't you want to make inroads to people who agree with you? Like, why would you focus on the Africans who are against reparations? Wouldn't you want to focus on the Africans who are for it? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But hearing these men saying what they're saying is really, really, really sad. Really sad. The fundraiser says, I'm using ChatGPT to create a black agenda and other information such as what state represents who supports black people right now for my state. Bet, do it. The problem isn't the information, bro. The problem is people wanting the information. That's what you really you have to understand. Fundraiser. The issue is not as far as creating a list of, hey, these are the people that we need to vote out. The issue is getting people who are willing to do that. The problem is most people you come across, or most people I've come across, they don't care about that. They don't care. So you can give them, hey, let's vote this person out. They'll be like, why? So if there's no interest there, then there could be no action. People only act on things that they're interested in. There has to be some form of interest, something there, some incentive for them to act. But if they don't see any incentive, if they think, oh, the system's rigged and there's nothing we can do about it, that's what they want you to believe. The moment they have you thinking that the system's rigged and there's nothing you can do about it, then you're a victim of the system. That's what happens. But the moment you start acting like your ancestors, like the fuck I am, we're going to make something's going to happen. Something's definitely going to change. I don't care if it's the first lawsuit, the second lawsuit, the fifth lawsuit, the 20th lawsuit, the 50th lawsuit, something's going to happen. And as long as you have that mentality, well, bruh, then they're always going to have to be on the defensive. Because you're going to be on the offensive. They're always going to have to be on the defensive. But if they don't have to be on the defensive and you think, you know, there's nothing you can do, then great. Then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's as simple as that. 313. You're on the line. What's the disagreement?
Yeah, I'm calling it back. You said, what you said? You said, damn, I forgot this shit. Damn. You just said that it's dumb for you said about the Black History situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, I'm high. So yeah, the Black History thing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of divisive. You know what I'm saying? Just in itself. You know what I mean? That's just you know what I mean. What you mean? You know what I mean? Black History. You know what I'm saying?
What's
you know
divisive?
Like, you know what I mean? The Black History thing.
Black history is divisive?
I mean, I know you always say that sound dumb or all that, but peep this. I mean, that's dividing shit, you know what I'm saying? For real. And that's fucking up kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Is it a white history, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Shit like that is, you know what I mean? that's a, you know what I mean, that cause, you know what I mean, that keep this racist shit keep, you know what I mean, going and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
The
Shit
reason
like
why
that
we
is-
have Black history is that they tried to erase it. There's no one trying to erase white history. Black history is American history. You can't have American history without Black history. We're one and the same.
So why you putting the black thing on? Why you say it like that? Like, yeah, it's Black history. Why you say it like that? He trying to
Because
erase
it's
Black
the history of Black
If it's
people
American
in
history,
this
so
country.
why you saying why you saying he ain't trying to erase American history? You know what I mean? You saying you putting this black thing on there? You know what I'm saying?
The
You know
reason
what I mean?
being
You
is because
said that, right?
many people don't view Black history as American history. They view it as separate. That's the problem.
Okay, that's, you know what I mean, that's a divisive, right? That's, you know what I mean.
Well, we have to make it a point to say it's Black history. Otherwise, they'll erase it. Or,
I
unfortunately,
thought you said it was American history.
I believe it's American
What do
history.
you mean erasing Black history? What do you mean?
Meaning, as far as what they did in Texas not too long ago, by saying that Black people
What
were
do they do in Texas?
They said in the history books that Black people were immigrants. That's how we got here to the country. That's not true.
I thought that's what you.
Yeah, we were slaves. We weren't immigrants. We didn't choose to come here under our own volition. So when you have history like that, that's a problem. Because our history is very unique than any other group of people. It's more unique than any white person, any Asian, any Latino. It's a very unique history. And it's a very unique relationship that we have with this country. That's why it's so crucial that it's told. Because without people understanding that history, we're due to repeat it, which is where we are right now.
Okay. I mean, I feel I can't I can't argue back. You know what I'm saying? But right now, yeah, it's I think that it's divisive. You know what I'm saying? It's putting this black thing on, you know, and then what you said about
Do you
that
think
about
saying
they
black on
told
black
people
crime
that,
is divisive?
huh?
Would you say those who
Hold on,
say
black on
black
black-
on black
black on-
crime? Yeah, those who say, you know, the saying black on black crime. Would you consider that to be divisive?
No.
Why wouldn't that be considered divisive? Why wouldn't it just be considered crime?
I mean, yeah, you right about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you right, yeah. But still, it's kind of like specifically pointing out, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When they saying black on black, you know what I mean? They saying, you know what I mean? Specifically, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or no?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to how they specifically are pointing out the black history in American history. You see the similarities?
But it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? That's not a similarity. I don't get how that's like a similarity. We talking about crime. If a black person kill a black person, right? Then that would be, you know what I'm saying, a crime that was black on black, right?
So if a black person did something in American history, that would be considered black history.
No, it would just be called history, and it would just called American history.
But it would be pertaining to black people.
So why come they don't say that about white history? Why come they don't have a white history?
Because that's what America is white. That's fundamentally what America was. You don't need to say that. It's already implied.
It's not implied. America was, you know what I mean, black, white, a mixing pot of everything. Yeah, I mean, so I don't get that. What you mean, but man, we disagree on that. But hey, I don't.
So you think they should teach white history? What would be considered white history?
I guess what you would say, the specific things that white people did in America, right? I mean, like what you said with the black history, you know what I mean? But you said that.
Yeah, that's already being told, though.
You said black history is American history.
That's already being told. No one's trying to censor that.
Somebody trying to censor. Yeah, they are trying to censor it. What do you mean they ain't trying to? Yes, they are.
Wait, how are they trying to censor it?
Very much are they trying to censor it.
How?
I mean, the history very, I mean, what do you mean how?
What part of American white history are they trying to not tell?
Like, it's a lot of, I mean, you know, like, it was just like, you know, all white people that owned slaves and, you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? You know,
in America, yes, it was primarily white people who owned slaves in America.
Owned slaves too, and you know what I'm saying? It was a part of business back then, you know what I'm saying? It got abolished though, you know what I'm saying? By the Democrats, you know what I mean? That shit got fucked. But it was a part of the business.
But in
you know
America,
what I mean?
the 99.9
black people had slaves too back then.
Sure, so the vast majority of those who were black who had slaves did so to regroup the slaves with their family members. Were there some house Negroes who tried to profit?
No, they didn't, man. They had slaves that had slaves, brother. What are you? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Were there some house Negroes who used slaves for profit? Yes, but that wasn't the majority of slave owners. The majority of slave owners were white.
Okay. Majority.
They're the main ones who wanted to keep slavery. Hence why we had the Civil War.
Democrats, yeah, the Democrat part, they wanted to keep slavery.
The South and the North were for slavery.
Anybody that's a Democrat, they a Sambo. Anybody that support them,
Republicans and Democrats. Are you aware of?
A willing slave? And you were talking about earlier too about them. Yeah, you were talking about them people that passed that bill. The black people wanted it passed. Guess what? Them niggas was Sambos. You hear me?
The reason why they wanted the bill passed because law enforcement was not.
Because the niggas was Sambos. That's why. That's why I wanted to pick. Because the niggas was Sambos. You hear me? That's why.
The reason why was because police weren't, as far as policing black neighborhoods, which was leading to higher crime rates. So what they wanted was police to go in their neighborhoods and arrest the people who were doing the crimes.
They wanted to be paid by them people, man, and they wanted to get in with them people. You know what I'm saying? And they was Sambos. You feel me?
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call.
All right, my bad. Yeah, all right, man.
All good, man.
Sure.
Take care. Yeah, I'm done. Off the band says black man taking huge deals down with these folks. Yeah, let me read these supers so we can end. 951, what's the disagreement?
Yeah, I got two disagreements. First disagreement was that immigration with that retard that had no facts about fucking, because most of the illegals that come over here are for fucking visas, and these Republicans fucking cut their visas off. So that's retarded. Second of all, that idiot that just called, that nigga is so stupid. What the fuck was he talking about? Like, he doesn't know basic facts. I'm just saying. Like, holy fuck, I can't even fathom my head around how stupid he was. But yeah, but my first disagreement is about the immigration, because immigration, most of those niggas that are illegal came over visas and then fucking got trick bagged, as fucking Tyreek says, and then fucking became illegal. And especially when they come over with their families, their whole family doesn't come over here fucking as residents. So that's a lie as fuck. Because my wife came over as supposedly a resident, right? But the company fucked them over, and he was the only resident in the whole family. The wife, her brother and sister, right, fucking were illegals at one time. They're now legal citizens, but these niggas don't know what they're talking about. They're just idiots. Anyway, bye.
Later. Coda James says feelings versus logic. Frederick says, how much time do you think we have left now, Lucas? I already told you, this is the last year. This is it. And based on what I'm seeing of this year, honestly, any content I put out, I'm just going to be putting it out. I'm not going to be putting it out with hopes of reaching anybody. It's just going to be putting it out just for, honestly, just for mental health purposes. Because it'll be game over. I wouldn't have a problem, to be honest with you, if I saw a group of black people who were like organized and mobilizing for Trump. I think that I genuinely would not have a problem with that. It's like, okay, they're at least are mobilizing and organizing for a candidate, right? To get whatever they want, a black agenda from Trump. I wouldn't have an issue with that because I know at least the network is there. The base is there. The system is there, right? Once you have the system in place, well, then you can create anything with any big business, right? When you look at McDonald's, once the system's in place, it doesn't matter if somebody quits. You just put someone else in the system. So that system, that network is extremely important. That's what I was looking forward to. 248, what's the disagreement?
No disagreement. I just wanted to call and apologize for that 313 from Detroit. We're not all like that. So that's all I wanted to say.
Gotcha.
Doing good work, bro.
That's crazy. J.A. says, when a ninja's so dumb, you got to wonder if he's trolling. That is wild. That is wild. So, yeah, that's the goal that I had in mind. The ultimate goal is to get something from Trump and to get something from Kamala. And then to weigh one another. That's the goal. That's what I've been saying. Which is why I don't understand how people frame me as some type of shill or something. No. The goal is to get, hey, this person, I've said this multiple times. That's why I think that people don't fully either comprehend or they don't watch the content. Because I've said this multiple times where it's like the goal is to get something from this person and then leverage that with the other person. Hey, Trump, Kamala just put out a black agenda plan for black men. What do you have? That's what it is. Kamala is for reparations, as far as at least getting a bill to study and eventually provide reparations for black Americans or descendants of slaves. What do you say about that? Do you have a bill, something like that? If a bill came across your desk to study as far as reparations for descendants of slaves, would you sign it? That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose. Look at Jewish people right now. Hell, look at Muslims. Muslims are like, yo, Kamala is for, Israel and everything. 925, what's the disagreement?
Hey, what's up, Lucas?
What's up?
So, I guess when it comes to one of Trump's policies, it does state that he's gonna, what's he gonna do? Cancel Black history, right? Let me see if I can find it. Was it number 9? Yeah, he said something about ending Black history. And, here it is. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. So, yes, it's detrimental. I agree with you there. It is detrimental to the black race to cut, and it doesn't make sense to cut it either. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It doesn't make sense because it's a part of America's inception. Like, not telling Black history in schools to children is doing this country a disservice of how it started. It started in bloodshed. It needs to end. It needs to be taught in schools that the inception of America started in bloodshed and how we came a long way from that time to ending Jim Crow, right? So I have a big issue with that. But the core problem and the way litigation works is homosexuality being pushed on our children, sexual content, the little books that tell young boys in particular how to have anal sex.
There's nothing you can do about that.
But it's still, but Trump, the problem is the two tie in how litigation works. The core issue is this. So because the homosexuals tied in Black history to their agenda, to their plight, to be gay, to have gay marriages, to be accepted in the workforce, for the HR department policies that are being pushed in work education now, they had to tie in Black history. So homosexuality falls under the same like shtick as Black history does. So in order to ban these books and this education being taught in schools, I believe that they have to ban critical race theory in schools as well, because it's a part of the same shtick. So if it means, for me, if it means getting this shit out of the schools, then I have no problem with it. At that point, everything else has been screwed up. I have no problem with it, because Black history, we know our history. It ain't really gonna go nowhere. They're gonna still make movies about that shit too. I'm still waiting on Django 2, Freedom of Django 2, some bullshit like that. But yeah, to get this homosexual shit, it's by any means necessary. This is literally when your child goes gay and they cut their genitalia off, or they take those hormonal pills and they can no longer have children, and then one day they don't want to be gay anymore. You just theoretically castrated 30% of the child population right now who are claiming to be gay. If you ask the Zoomers that are in education, they'll tell you when they go to high school, sometimes they can't tell who the fuck is a girl or a boy anymore. Are you? They have to literally ask, are you a dude or are you a girl? Well, and then that's sexual harassment right then and there, because you're trying to check to see what gender that student is. That's how far the bullshit has gotten with the homosexual agenda and what's being taught in schools. So if it's a sacrifice, if it comes down to a sacrifice for Black history to remove the core issue, because on his policy he's tying in both of them, and I do believe how litigation works, you're going to have to cut them both out in order to cut one out, along with other ideologies that go along with it, like possibly religion being taught in schools as a part of history. So, I agree with them there. And then, I remember, so I'd have to disagree with you there about keeping Black history and about how maybe Trump is being racist and trying to remove it. I think he's looking at the more serious issue when it comes to homosexuality.
Do you understand Trump is for homosexuality?
Yeah, I think he's doing it for the votes, because he wasn't before, and it's in
He's
his policy
always
right
been
now.
for it. During his 2016, he had a flag that says "Gays for Trump."
Yeah, I remember that. That's true. I remember that, but that wasn't that he was when he you have to remember when he published that, when he did that, like he's saying that he has support of the gays. I think that's different. I don't think that means like.
Do you think he would he would show up a flag of a Nazis, of a swastika?
Yeah, but that would be completely different, because that ties into other stuff. But no, I don't. With this policy,
So
right
how
here
would that not tie into other stuff as well?
Because look at the policy that he's pushing out for 2024.
What about
no
the
sexual
policy is he pushing out for 2024?
What was that?
What about the policy he's pushing out for 2024?
Yeah, he's going against homosexuality. This is literally in the face of homosexuality. It says to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children.
That's not against homosexuality.
It is, because the LGBTQ push adamantly to get the sexual education in schools about
Sex
homosexuality.
ed has been the thing for quite some time. The only way you get
Yeah,
rid of
but
that is if you remove sex ed.
then that may be where he's going with it, to end.
So you want to
the
remove sex ed from schools?
wait. Elementary school kids. This also, the homosexual agenda falls on the elementary school children.
I don't know
They're
any kid that's reading about anal sex in elementary school.
It's really okay. Well, then I can't. Then you can't even argue with.
Do
me
they
because
have
that's a
do they
fact.
have sex ed in elementary school?
They don't, but they're teaching the children these books. They really are.
How are
I'm
they
not lying to
teaching
you.
during what class?
As far as I know, there's only one class you take with one teacher in elementary school. So the class that they have, they open up these books, and they're teaching.
So they just randomly
anal
open up
sex.
these books and discuss them? What
Yes,
school? What
there's
school has
names.
this been shown to be happening in?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's all across America. Every school, if that's where it's at.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't.
not private
I don't believe
school.
that to be accurate.
Okay, so, but it's true.
Well,
You don't
well,
believe
if
it
it's
to be
true,
accurate,
then
but then again,
you should be able to give me as far as a school where that's happening.
I could look it up.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Let's see. Yes, here it is. The thing, schools teaching homosexuality in elementary school. All AI overview, yes. Some schools teach LGBTQ topics in elementary school, and there are several ways to introduce these topics. And the subtitles are communicate with families, discuss family structures, have honest conversations, include LGBTQ topics in every grade level, make LGBTQ topics relevant in other courses.
What school
That's the
is doing this, and what do they teach?
Teachers can sprinkle age-appropriate LGBTQ topics onto every grade level. Teachers have honest conversations with students when they ask questions about homosexuality. Teachers can discuss family structures, such as families with two dads with younger students. Schools can invite families to conversations about LGBTQ visibility, such as coffee hours,
So
panel
all of
events.
these are conversations. There's nothing regarding as far as anal sex. Nor do we
There's
have
the
as far as a school that is doing this. What school is doing this?
There's books. That's the whole reason why Florida blew up with that governor there.
Nothing was happening in Florida. DeSantis
Yeah, there
made a
was-
big deal out of nothing because CRT and all that wasn't being taught to kids.
But there was I believe it was in Florida. That's where he took issue. A lot of parents
He took issue, but it was a nothing burger because it was nothing happening.
Let me see if I could find one of these elementary school books.
Do you not see that you're searching for a conclusion as opposed to searching for the truth?
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth.
You're outcome searching.
I don't understand.
Meaning you have an outcome that you're looking for, that you're looking to find.
Well, because you asked me the question, I wanted to show you,
Well,
the proof
you
that
made the claim. That's why.
yeah, they have the book. It's perfectly normal.
But you made
He's
the
my
claim
mom.
without any evidence supporting the claim.
Love makes a family, but my claim.
Fundraising says, I renounce my blackness, Lucas. It's over. Damn. Jay says, estimate the IQ chat. Warden says, did Botham Jean deserve it or he trolling? I should have asked about Botham Jean. Botham John, or is it Jean? Botham Jean? I was scared to. Coda James says, I blame caller's mom for giving birth. Goodness gracious. Fundraiser says, another magnet school graduate. Just say it, Lucas. These magnet schools aren't what they used to be. Jay says, I blame caller's dad for not strapping up. That's wild. Albert says, bruh, this man has become comfortable with dysfunction. That's how they've been conditioning us. Fundraiser says there's a 95% chance Lucas will end the stream. Yes. Warren says, Lucas hoeing us. This is brutal. Orange Pill Nurse says, dang, Miss Pearly almost went to meet the good Lord listening to these fools. Albert says, geez, is this how we as black men devolved to my God? My God. Albert says, Lucas, end the stream and save your precious brain cells for something greater like Spider Combat. We need monies for Spider Combat. So support the game. Friday says, these people think Trump going to close the border, but remember in 2019 he refused plans to secure it and shut down the government. Wanted Mexico to pay. Coda says, do you think that Jesus is Lord nonsense will make Kamala Harris lose the election? No, I don't. Albert says, how do some people try to sound smart but dumb at the same time? It's astonishing. Often Ban says, black men taking huge L's tonight on these phone calls. Some black men, not all. We can't judge all these black men as representatives of the collective. That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair at all. But nonetheless, I thought it was going to be a shit stream, to be honest with you. I was like, we started late. We're not going to get enough people. And surprise, surprise. Surprise. We got a bunch of black calls. A bunch of calls. So, I think it was healthy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to end it there. We'll have a panel tomorrow. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Be amazing. I will catch y'all mañana.